Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Ron Jeremy. You're listening to Psonik.
Welcome to the Type1 Radio Lounge on this festive Frakkin Friday.
Yeah.
You're here with me, Psonik, and
Steve.
Steve Gaddafi.
Hi.
Hello there, people of the world. Yeah, we're doing a bit of a festive Friday show because, otherwise Steve would have to do a show tomorrow. Oh, he's lonesome.
No, but we'd have everybody, all you guys with me, so it wouldn't be so bad. But I'm actually going to a Freeman convention tomorrow.
That's Freeman on the Land.
Freeman on the Land convention. That is about common law and trust law, and well, when I come back, I'll let you know how it went. I know that Herb Guy was in touch this week with a bit of stuff. Did you talk to Herb Guy at all?
No. Tell me.
Well, he's basically got the debt collectors on his back, sort of thing, and he's preparing a little letter to send to them. And I helped him out with some templates, and I hope that went all right. If you're around, Herb Guy, please ring in. That'd be nice to hear from you.
And if anybody would like to ring in, the number is 347-205-9657. And Reset is with us.
Hello, Reset.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, real good. Yourself?
Yeah, good. It's been kind of dreary here in Minnesota, kind of cloudy and stuff, but other than that,
Yeah, it's been very cold, wintry conditions over here.
Yeah.
Very, very much so. There's no snow for us in the south, but there has been for people in the north. So, hi everybody in Scotland and the north of England. Hope you're keeping warm.
Yes, I was up in the north of England last weekend, and it was about 10 degrees colder than it is down here. It's not like Calgary weather where it's like minus 18. It was probably about 8. So it's still anything above 0 is good for and also for the. If people want to just Skype in, they just go to the Blog Talk Type 1 Radio Lounge Network page. Just Skype in there. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
This week has been interesting in that we have some audio which we'll play later. Tell us a bit about that, Steve.
Yeah. Well, basically, hang on one sec. We've got another caller. We're just going to bring them on. Hello, 405. Area code.
Hi there. This is Brandon, Involved Observer.
Hello.
Right on time as well. Yeah. Brandon, we got this clip from Brett yesterday. From Randy, is it? No, sorry, Darren.
No, Gregory.
Gregory, sorry, yeah, Gregory.
That's right, Gregor.
Do you want to give us a bit of background then, Gregory, and then we'll maybe play the clip in a bit?
Yeah, Gregor. He was an interesting guy we met at Occupy Wall Street in New York City.
And he's talking about the vortex.
Vortex mathematics.
Something, yeah.
That's right. He has a metal shop in the back of the land where he does all of his work, and he's spinning coils in the way of a vortex.
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow. Yeah. Is there footage on YouTube, or is it just on Facebook?
I'm not sure about that. All the film's coming on right now. There's a lot of footage coming up. Several different cameras were being used, and so we're going to edit it and get it up on the Prince of Freeman, up on YouTube, get all over the place.
Okay, wow, brilliant. Just a sec, Brandon. We've got a couple more callers just coming. Swami, is that you?
Namaste.
Namaste, Swami. Andrew. We got somebody else.
Namah Shivaya.
732 area code.
What's that?
Hello.
Hello.
Freedom Man!
Yay! Hello, Brett. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm fucking doing awesome. I'm sitting next to fucking next to Petersburg here.
Yeah. I think we can hear both of you.
We can hear both of you at the same time, yeah.
There's an echo effect, isn't there?
Yeah, there's some weird effect there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll drop off and
I just
get on
joined
the...
us, yeah.
Hello, here we are.
Okay. We're going to work
Hey
it out.
guys, what's up?
Yeah, good. Right, so Brandon, can you please continue with your description of Darren?
No, Gregor.
Gregor, sorry.
Gregor, yes. Well, I understand there's a couple of Brandons on the line right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Well, that's
him.
We want an observed, informed observer.
Involved.
Ah, yes. Is Herb Guy on?
He is, yeah.
I am, yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, as the story with Gregor goes, we met him in New York City through contacts we made in Philadelphia. And our contact in Philadelphia, it turns out he was working on the Sustainability Roadshow.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Wow.
Yeah, it's this bus that travels across the country, and it's doing something similar to the idea of the Type1 caravan. It has a permaculture crew, and it goes around and hops in at farms and in urban settings and puts gardens here and there.
Brilliant.
Hey, what's his free energy sort of spiel then? Has he got a machine, a gizmo on the go?
Yeah, actually he does. Andrew is our buddy from Philadelphia, and actually he's from California, and he went home for the holidays. And then he's going to be going back up to Oregon from there. He's going to be working on plasma physics.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was working with Gregor from down here in Asheville, and we met up with his friend Gregor. We met up with him through Andrew, and now Gregor is from Asheville, North Carolina.
All right. You've just been there, yeah?
Yeah, and so we ended up, giving him a ride, bringing him back home to Asheville, North Carolina. We've just been hanging out here since.
Excellent. Wow. So who are you travelling with then, Brandon? Are you travelling with Brett and Miss Emily, no?
Yeah, Brett and I are heading west right now. We're on the road in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, excellent, yeah. Because I was messaged by Freeman earlier, and he was asking me to say you'll be in Atlanta next weekend, is that right?
I am stoned! I am stoned! Cool!
Is that the free your mind thing?
That's the free your mind vocoder, I think. So yeah, you're going to be in Atlanta next weekend, is that correct?
No, Freeman's heading off to Atlanta.
Okay, right. So you're not going with
Freeman
Freeman?
and Jamie and Monty dropped in and hung out with us in Asheville for a little bit. It's a great city out here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys going to be in Asheville for a while longer?
We'll be heading back to Asheville in January.
Ah, okay. Because the very first human who received Shaktipat through me lives about a half an hour from Asheville and is now completely enlightened and liberated. And if it were possible to put you guys in the same room, I think you guys would have a lot of fun. So if you're going to be in the neighborhood and you're interested in speaking with this individual, let me know and I'll set up an introduction.
Okay, thank you, Swami. That would be great. There are a few people I'd like to see around here. I'll definitely be in touch with you to take you up on that offer.
Cool.
You guys, man, we're driving through the Rocky Mountains in Tennessee, and there's smoke and clouds coming down. It's freaking amazing.
So would anyone like to hear this clip? Shall we play the clip?
The clip from Gregor?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cue it up.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
It's a octagram derived from vortex-based mathematics developed by Marco Rodin. Matrice I derived. It's an 8x9 matrice, which equates to 72 numbers, which has an interesting aspect in terms of the 72 demons of hell. I don't remember what occult text that was. Maybe that was Crowley. Is that Crowley? Anyways, this depicts a single circuit that spirals around itself 8 times. It consists of 3 oscillations. Because it's spiraling around itself 3 times, the 3 oscillations line up on each of the tubes. And so, because it's an oscillation, it's a polarity, there's 2 aspects to it, which I've always interpreted as expansion and contraction in the simplest form. And so one side of the octagram is expanded, and so 3 of those focal points of the expansion would be on the outer points of the 3 bars spinning around, while there's directly opposing it on the other side, on the 3 bars are 3 points of contraction, and they spin around each other like yin-yang. And what's beautiful in terms of this type of energy transformer is that it's cyclical, and that you're preserving the inertia instead of having it oscillate back and forth like in an alternating current. And so you have the preservation of inertia in the system, and there is also the aspect of the golden ratio is very significant in this piece of geometry, the octagram, which the Freemasons treasure particularly. And when I had made the discovery of the significance of this piece of geometry, I was at Tesla Tech in Albuquerque, New Mexico, sitting. I was sitting in a room, and as I made the discovery, to realize that piecing a few pieces of significant aspects of this geometry together, realizing that it was extremely significant, I immediately stood up and showed Marco Rodin on my laptop. And Marco laughed and grabbed me by the shoulder and pulled me back over to where I was sitting. And where I was sitting in the Marriott Pyramid, and this geometry relates to the pyramid, was the octagram tiled into the floor of the building, and I was sitting right on it as I made this discovery. And right before this, my friend Tyler, while I was working on it, and he next to him, we both didn't realize we were sitting on the octagram, that he says, "Man, I've seen that image before," and pulls out his camera phone and shows me a picture on it. And so the octagram, he says, I was wondering when I walked into Union Station, LA, what was the first thing that I'd see when I walked in. And there was this big statue, and it had this symbol at the base of it, which obviously relates to the Freemasons, of a octagram. And he sits down on a bench, and he looks up, and the first thing he sees after he sits on the bench is a magazine stand for the Church of Latter-day Saints, and he sees on writing, "This is all you need to know." And so all this happened like all at once, a little over a year ago, in August. And since then, I've actually fabricated it out of steel and copper. And the steel I'm in the process of magnetizing. When you magnetize it, you create a closed magnetic circuit, just like Ed Lee Scallon's closed magnetic circuit's a Freemason from Coral Castle, Homestead, Florida. And his notion of preserving the inertia of the system when you close those magnetic circuits. It's a very powerful concept. And so that's a little background behind what I've gone from theory on a computer to actual manifestation of this object in front of me. And what's beautiful, I have to carry out a lot more experiments with it and actually put it into a system, sort of like a Tesla coil system, with a spark gap and primaries and secondaries. Anyways, what's beautiful is when it's magnetized, and I've already magnetized a hexagram. Is there's you can tell that there's a magnetic field being produced by it. I've had 2 hexagrams of one magnetized, one unmagnetized, and you can tell the difference. So many people can tell the difference of how they feel. One feels like steel energetically, one feels like a crystal. And you can't detect a magnetic field out of this hexagram that's magnetized. There's no leakage of the magnetic field. It's completely encased within it. A simple example is a horseshoe magnet. You bring a horseshoe magnet next to a monitor. When you bring it next to a monitor, you can see it messes up the data because it's messing up with the electron gun, the cathode ray tube inside the monitor. You take a metal bar, steel bar, and you connect those 2 ends of a U-magnet, horseshoe magnet. You can take it to a screen, and there will be barely any distortion. The distortion is the leakage because of the right angle geometry in the horseshoe. But with these toruses, because they're perfectly smooth and cylindrical, and also the way the helixes interact, there is no leakage of the magnetic field whatsoever. You can't even detect it. It's fully encased within the steel, and so you're creating complete magnetic circuits, just like we use copper wire for electric circuits. You're creating magnetic circuits out of steel. And this is what Ed Lee Skellin understood with chain.
It's amazing, dude.
And with chain, the magnetic flow would go through the chain, but causes it to expand and contract as it touches each piece of the chain. So that's the simple thing about using the natural geometry of a chain.
Right on, man. If people want to see the picture that we're all looking at right here, it's Rizzo, Brandon, Brett, and we're looking on Gregor's screen here. He's got a picture of the piece, the octagram, being forged. Is that the right word at this point?
Forged, yeah.
It's
forged.
glowing purple, guys. Or to me, it's purple. It's amazing. Can they friend you on Facebook or something? Do you want people to send you an email or like?
This will be public on my Facebook profile.
Okay.
So you can see it regardless. You can still friend me, but it's Gregor Arturo, Gregor Arturo.
Right on, man. And all 3 of us are probably going to be here in Asheville next month, hanging out with Gregor, see if we can help him out. We'll keep everyone up to date, and we'll get Gregor. If you guys want to hear more, we'll make sure you hear more. Anything else, Gregor, before we go? You would say hello, goodbye, whatever.
Adios, and everyone enjoy their own personal magic carpet ride.
Right on. Say hello, Rizzo.
Hola.
Brandon.
Hey there.
All right, we're going to go call in now.
Excellent.
Excellent. Yay. Good work, Brent.
Yes. Thank you very much. Our roving reporters.
So we just want to say hello to Dude Face. Hi, man.
Hello there, Darren.
Hello.
Hello. Sorry,
Hey, man.
we saw you coming in, but we were playing that clip, so...
Yeah, no worries. That was really interesting, actually.
Yeah, wasn't it just? Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, because I'm fascinated by magnetism myself, man. It's one of those things that's just really hard to grasp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you magnetized too?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've been wearing magnet-type bracelets and screwing with magnets for years now for pain and stuff like that, so...
It's weird, I was talking to Energy J not too long ago about putting some magnets in the orgonite I've been making.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Needs to be done, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, the thought just came to me the other day. I mean, is that something you've been doing?
No, but most ones I've seen have some sort of either hematite, which is magnetic hematite, or like a neodymium magnets, the really small ones, really powerful.
Right.
The real F ones.
I used hematite in one of the orgonite pieces that I made. The one I made for my wife. She said she noticed something. Because I didn't tell her like what I was experiencing. Made her tell me what she was experiencing first, and it was like the same thing pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But I was surprised that she described it the same way because it's similar to like things I experienced when I'm meditating. and I've found that people don't really have the same experiences as I do when they meditate, necessarily anyway.
Unless you're doing the...
Unless you're doing the 5D meditations, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Who's this?
Yes. I would like to tell the community about a possible way for us to raise money collectively for a friendship intentional community.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you get your voice...
Can you get nearer to the mic?
Can you hear me better now?
It's a little better, yeah. You're quite faint, though.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. You can speak.
All right. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. So listen, Gregor, the vortex mathematician and welder and all-around Renaissance dude, he made a magic wand out of the metal and a huge staff. These things are freaking incredible. So we need some of you guys out there who can learn to weld. It's not difficult, actually. So if you guys are welders and you're organite guys and you're crystal guys, we need to get the friendship group together in Asheville in January or February. We'll find some of you guys places to stay and stuff like that. We need people that can learn to weld and add their own version to these magic wands and staves that Gregor makes, and we're going to fucking buy like 1,000 acres.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good.
That's all I'm saying. Keep your ears and eyes open, because you guys that want to get something done and are tired of not.
Do you know which kind of welding is required? Is it arc or is it settling?
I have no freaking clue, man. I just know we're gonna be fucking living large if we all get together and work on this, man.
Hey, man, keep me posted, because I'm in the process of, well, I'm getting ready to move. I actually to be out at the end of the month, and I don't really know where the hell I'm going to go. I'm just kind of like keeping my...
We got a fucking place for you, man.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm keeping my I'm keeping my antenna out, and so, like, if we really just need a place to... Well, first I need a place for, like, my wife and my kids to stay, preferably where there's enough work for like one of us to like work full time.
I may have a perfect opportunity, man. Make sure you take my number. It's 732.
I can't take it right now. Just send it to me on Friends of Freeman or something.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm just gonna tell the whole world. My number is 732-372-8477.
77.
And I'm going to be helping everyone in the best way I can. Brandon and I, that's our new business venture for spiritual philanthropy. So we want to help people do what they want to do and have passion and awesomeness. So everyone out there, I'm going to hook you up. I think I might have a really good spot for your whole family and you. If you want to, she'll be able to get a job, maybe both of you. You might be able to help out this guy and stay for free or for very low money. Just make sure you give me a call later on, and I'm going to stop talking now.
Right on.
Brett, what happened to the Holland trip, man?
You never heard back from the guy with the Jimi Hendrix song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy that I talked to, I'm still in touch with him. He was kind of sick, and the timing just wasn't right, but he's been working on a presentation, which I had asked him to do, about the story and all that. So I'm going to have more news very soon about it. And we met a guy down in Nashville who owns an art gallery, and this month he's donating all of the sales in his gallery to this project by the famous rock musician Warren Haynes. And he's a big advocate for Habitat for Humanity. So I met this guy down there. He's going to take a look at the Jimi Hendrix thing when it comes out from my friend, and he's going to send it straight to Warren Haynes and all you guys, and we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Cool.
Excellent.
Just want to say hello to Caroline.
Hello there, Caroline.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey,
all right, yeah.
Rocking awesome, man.
Hey, Caroline. Hey, how's it going? Lost track of time there. I was looking at my check. It was $430. Next thing I know, I'm like, whoa, Blake.
Oh, you're here now, so that's good enough for me.
Hey, TGIF for everybody. It's pretty here. A real pretty blue sky here in the Midwest today.
Nice.
Yeah, it warmed up in Calgary too. Actually, the temperature can fluctuate here like 30 degrees or 40 degrees in a couple of hours in the winter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, we do that.
We were at like I think it was 13 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, and today it's at 43. So that's like 30 degrees overnight, or actually this morning in about 2 hours. So it's really hard on if you got arthritis or migraines or any of that stuff out here.
Well, you know what you do with that though, don't you, Darren?
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, we call them Chinooks out here.
Hey, Darren, you missed a hell of a show last week with a fellow countryman of yours.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Kevin Annett.
Oh, yeah, it's unfortunate because I had to actually go make some demon dollars, so...
Oh, God, right.
Yeah, so I can actually still live.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Yeah, it always ends up on the wrong day.
We've got him on sort of on board now. He's going to come on and give us updates from the... Have you heard about he's doing these archaeological digs to find...
Yeah, he found like a femur bone.
They found bones of a young girl, and they've got the go-ahead now to dig some more, and
he had like some sort of psychic, and she picked up a stone, and she had some really crazy visions.
She said they were all sacrificed, basically, and it was quite... although it was an excellent show, it's quite a hard subject to sort of deal with, sort of thing, but he's an amazing guy, yeah.
Pleasant manner, though, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, oh, guys. Yeah. How did you go on with him, Caroline? Did he actually call you?
Oh, yeah, we talked a little bit, yeah. He's a nice
good.
guy, you know. The psychic part was the cool part. That kind of really freaked me out that they brought in a psychic. He said she couldn't even hold on to it. She had to drop the bone. It just freaked her out too much.
Yeah.
That'll give you the willies. He really... He's excited about seeing you guys over in Brighton, though.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Well, he's a good friend of ours. He stays in our house whenever he's here, and he just amazes us with his courage and his spark. Because he's been through a lot,
Where is he originally from in Canada?
Toronto, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Toronto, yeah.
But he's in Vancouver, is he?
Oh, Vancouver, sorry, yeah, Vancouver.
And, and so is the parish that he was at, is that sort of, that's British Columbia as well, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd be really interesting to, there's a woman called Miriam Delicado. I don't know whether anybody's heard of her yet.
You know what, Don?
Absolutely, yeah, I'm familiar with all her stuff, actually.
Oh. And she's all into the, powering up the indigenous peoples. So it'd be interesting if they aren't in communication with each other.
Oh no, they know each other.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, she's been dealing mostly with the Hopi and the American stuff.
Yeah, because he's Mohawk. He deals with sort of a lot of Mohawk and there's another tribe as well.
Yeah, Alahosa, is it? Something like that?
Alahosa, yeah. I mean, I'm looking Unrepentance's book. I think you can get it for free, Darren, if you want to. If you Google hiddenfromhistory.org, you can get it on a PDF, and his film's on there as well, and he's actually working on a follow-up.
Yeah, I watched the film this week.
It's horrible,
and it was extremely harrowing.
Yeah, it's not nice.
To hear that small children have just been like murdered just quite flippantly for no apparent reason, and then it all covered up, and
because they're Indians, they get away with it. It's just so sad.
Yeah, and then but it's interesting that it was only when he started going after the logging
companies. Yeah,
that's when he got fired, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the fact that he was letting all the native peoples come in and express themselves about the schools, that was making people uncomfortable in the area, but it didn't necessarily jeopardise his job.
No.
So it was
all the money. Yeah.
It was like almost a given that the native peoples were being murdered, and were quite. That was like it was okay that they were, but when the money and the logging companies were being threatened, then that's when he lost his job.
Yeah.
And they didn't give him any explanation.
No, just defrocked him, kicked him right out.
But then was it that there was a paedophile priest in another parish? He got moved, and then he eventually got sent down. And then was he retired on like a?
Yeah, he was retired on full pension. And
what the fuck?
I know. It's just he just kept moving on around until his time was gone. Then he was sort of put out to fodder basically on a nice pension. We've actually had another update in Britain about the Dutch have started the complaints against the church in Holland have risen 300% in a month, with more complaints about children being abused when they were young, so people coming out of the woodwork, so to speak. So the message is getting out there. So hopefully his work will continue and be fruitful. But anyway, have we got any light-hearted subjects we want to talk about now?
Yeah, that's a pretty heavy one, eh? Genocide.
The stuff that he's uploaded, the Canadian Bob things.
Reset? Did you hear that?
There's something about Canadian Boxing Day.
Yeah. Oh, that's your birthday's on Canadian Boxing Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we call it Boxing Day also the day after Christmas.
No.
That's kind of a Canadian thing.
Yeah, it's just a big way to make money and sell everything that they didn't sell all year.
Yeah, right.
Blowout sales, people line up for hours.
Yeah. Just like Black Friday or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because we have the same thing for the January sales, which is normally traditionally on New Year's Day, but they fast forward that till the day after Christmas as well over here.
Fast forwarded it till now.
So they can get rid of more junk and just keep the junk coming, basically.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. We don't need it. Don't get involved.
Yeah, I'm all about the cheer and stuff like that, but I'm not really into the giving and receiving and all that. It's like let's just enjoy the family and the company and
absolutely
everything else I just don't do.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, Darren, so hard. I've actually got Sonic's given me a huge library of books, and I'm going to take 5 days off of just doing nothing but reading. All Anton Wilson stuff and all that, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and smoke weed every day, right?
Absolutely. I shall be doing that. Well, Sonic's just going to do that now. I'm quite jealous. Well, he smokes the tobacco and I don't.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time with that tobacco thing. I'm in and out of it, so.
Me too.
I thought the way it was done over there was you guys mixed tobacco and other stuff.
Yeah, that is the way we do it, yeah.
Yeah, the good stuff. But unfortunately, it's not got any the good stuff.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, I've got loads.
I'm not sure why you guys threw tobacco in there.
Because we don't really. I think you lot seem to get really big bags of it.
Yeah, we get scarcity over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a temperature variance between what marijuana burns at and what tobacco burns at too. Tobacco burns hotter than marijuana.
Right.
So, like for instance, the guys that always are doing those Cocoa Puffs, or they put cocaine in the cigarette.
Yeah.
They use tobacco because of that. It burns hot enough to vaporize the coke.
Right. Okay. I think it's just over here. I mean,
lots of drug addiction.
Yeah, they call it blunts in the United States.
Blunts,
that's what a blunt is. It's more of more like a cigar tobacco. And
well, it's cigars that's hollowed out over here. A blunt's a cigar that's hollowed out, and you stick it full of weed and.
Yeah, and they leave some of the tobacco in it so that it kind of hides the smell, so they can just smoke it in public.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
When I was in the United States Air Force in the 80s, I was stationed at RAF Alconbury.
Oh, right.
And there used to this one pub folks used to come in there and smoke what they called spliffs, and they would they'd be sitting there smoking pot and tobacco, and nobody hassled them.
Yep.
It was just, to me, it was the most amazing thing in the world, you know? I'm sitting here watching these guys drinking a pint and getting stoned, and nobody's getting gastritis over it or anything, you know?
That's how life should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I smoke charis, Swami.
What's that?
I smoke charis,
Which is like
which is India from the Himalayas, yeah.
it's like a
yeah.
solid. It's like black.
It's resin. It's rubbed with hands over the flowers, and it comes from the mountains of the Himalayas, and it's absolutely fantastic. Very holy.
Yeah, it's what all the sadhus smoke in the little.
Yep, chillings.
Right, yeah.
I'm a Kashmir Shavite, and in our belief system, cannabis was brought out of the Himalayas and given to the rest of the world by Shiva to function as fiber, food, and medicine.
Yep.
And it's been, I mean, Shavite Swamis have been smoking the herb in their chillums for thousands of years.
Yeah.
It's very inducive to meditation. Anyone who received the mantra that I gave them, if you just get a buzz on, start doing the mantra, you'll be amazed where it can carry you.
Yeah. I've been doing it all week because I had that. I had Freighter showing my memory stick in my car, going to work, and I've been doing it silently all week. I don't know if you got the message.
Are you feeling it though? Is it giving you a real effect that you can notice?
Not yet, because I've been at work basically, and I've been distracted, so I haven't actually had the time to sort of. Right now, at this time of year, it's a real busy sort of time for us, and with family and all the rest of it sort of thing. So not yet, but when I do stop, I will take it on board fully.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I also have Jay's meditations as well in my car.
Yeah, you don't get that while driving though.
No.
And he's getting huge effects.
Who is, sorry?
I said Jay is doing the mantra too. And
right.
Huge effects right now.
Yeah.
Clearing a lot of...
That subject, where are you, Jay?
Yeah.
We normally have Jay on with us, but he's not around.
Well, maybe he's just having a little day off.
Yeah, perhaps. Is he on?
Surely
maybe it's a bad day for him on Fridays.
Oh, yeah.
He said he'd be listening, though.
Okay. Oh, cool. Well, hello, Retta.
Oh, you can hear me. I thought I was in the background. I'm here.
Oh, nice to hear your voice. You've been away for a while, yeah?
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. It's just crazy.
Right.
Just stupidness was going on, but I'm back.
So, Retta, as we were talking before, just tell us a bit about the Project Camelot show the other day that you listened to.
Well, I was listening to that show, and then I listened to, because American Freedom Radio, Sean Morton had a show with Ben on, and I think Carrie's on later on. But I tuned in to Carrie's show yesterday, and I turned it on, all I heard was hysterical crying. I'm like, what is going on? Well, it comes to find out it's David Wilcox, crying hysterically, couldn't even understand him, and he's basically saying he had death threats, and he needs to hurry up and release this information because they're told him if he doesn't release it, that he's most likely going to die. Mind you, he hasn't released this information as of yet. So he goes on talking about basically the gold and how, everything that we already basically know about the gold and the bonds and the system and how much gold is really in the world is more than what they report. And, basically
all that stuff, and how there's a lawsuit going on, the stuff that Benjamin always talks about. So I'm trying to figure out, what did he add that he had to cry hysterically about on the phone? I understand you had a death
Greta,
threat.
would you like to know what's going on with him?
Yes. Who's this?
I guarantee you, this is Swami Shiva.
Who?
Swami.
Shivananda Giri. Anyway,
Okay.
he's one of those love and light folks that tries to, or has spent an enormous amount of time trying to disassociate themselves from that which is negative. Those are the folks who are going to be fucking crushed in the events to come, because they have totally mismanaged their thinking ability. They must accept both halves of the whole, or they will be crushed. And unfortunately, a lot of the folks we know who do all this, love and light, it's not all love and light. It's all everything, the good and the bad.
Yeah,
You just react to it as it comes. That's it. But he got his panties all in a wad because somebody freaked him out.
But I think, first of all, I can kind of read frequencies and read him. As soon as he got on, where other people were still like, maybe not, I just knew off the bat, to the point I still can't even listen to the rest of the interview, because it was just so, wasn't sincere. I didn't feel it, and I just didn't really feel anything from him. And I still can't get through. I've tried for 2 days in a row to get through this interview, and I still have 45 minutes, and I really don't have a desire to listen to the interview.
Bother?
Huh?
Why even bother with the rest?
That's what I said. I can't bother, so I just gave up on it. But it comes to I guess I'm not the only one, because as Jay mentioned to me today, that Duncan O'Finian felt the same way. And I think some of these people that are out in the know, or are trying to be out in the know, are doing it for different things. And I think that this was a sympathy, to my own opinion. It's just mine. Everybody has one. I feel that what he did was for a sympathy, maybe he hasn't been in the news lately, get back up there. I understand, in whistleblowing, you are going to get death threats, As most whistleblowers say, they get them all the time, and if they constantly feed into them, they'd go crazy. They're like, we get them all the time. But if you were hysterical like you said you were, and you had to get this information out, you didn't release any new information. It was nothing new. It was just regurgitated stuff that's been told over and over again. And then he's telling people he's going to put another part out, but he still hasn't put the other part out, and it's been 2 days prior to this interview. So that was just my opinion on that.
The guy. See, remember the guy with the bad Irish accent?
Who's that?
Whomever the anonymous was on...
Yes.
Okay, because of what that guy said, dropped his fear.
No, but even before...
So now he's not in a hurry to put out what...
No, did you notice before even Anonymous got on and was talking, he went from hysterical crying to how we're talking now. Completely fine. I
didn't hear the hysterical crying. I heard some tearful spots, but...
no, in the very beginning, he was like, it was hysterical in the beginning.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yes, that's why I didn't even know what was going on.
In his life, that's a big rock to be dropped.
Yes, but then there was the whole thing with Ben, and Ben went on Sean David Morton last night, and he was like, no.
I know.
Did you hear the show last night?
Huh?
Did you hear Sean David Morton's interview last night with Ben?
Yes.
Ben was basically saying...
It's weird, because David Wilcock just kind of... I don't know how he plays into anything to do with Ben Fulford's information, because Ben's been putting this out for a long time.
That's what I say. It was nothing new.
And I've always felt it's always vibed right with me, regardless Ben's personality or whatever else. I've gone, I better listen to this. I want to watch this play out. And then, here David comes along and, figures I'll jump on Fulford's bandwagon and reap a few extra book sales for
see, you're going exactly
maybe.
what I felt.
And he got more than he bargained for.
Yeah, I think with David Wilcox, he sort of takes quite a lot of other people's information and then like regurgitates it his own. I remember when they all interviewed Pete Peterson, and Pete Peterson was talking about the unified field or something like that, and then straight after David Wilcox just like took that as his own and started telling people about that. So yeah, I've got no animosity towards the bloke, but I think he's on that circuit, so he needs to keep that circuit going, if you know what I mean. When you're in that field, you need to keep those books coming in, as it were. We're just going to say, caller 480, you are on the Type 1 Radio Lounge. Hello, my brother or sister?
Well, hello, Sonic. This is...
Hello? Is that Jay?
Hey, Jay.
Yes, Jay.
Yeah, there he is. Namaste, Jay.
Namaste, Swami. I haven't ever been able to get that thing to click up right on there using that Skype button, so I just called in.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. Hello. You okay?
Oh. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Jay.
Somebody's dropped. So, Jay.
Yes.
What's going on with your work?
What have you got for the Swami? Tells us you're having fantastic results with the mantra, yeah?
With the mantra, and I developed a technique for pulling out karmic fragments that are left from trauma from past life, past and future lives.
Wow. Was that similar to the tapping?
I go into the void, then I focus on the painful areas where they're connected, and I send light and love to the ever-present point where they exist, to both to my previous selves, my future selves, and also the people that are interacting with them when it happened. Thank them for the experience, and then it just dissipates. The void helps pull it out where you can get at it real easy instead of having to fight with it for days or weeks.
Wow.
Excellent.
And this is all in conjunction with Swami's mantra, yeah?
With that and what I do, I use both.
Mm-hmm.
The Swami's stuff has been making my producing more clarity in the third eye and also the pineal gland, making it more visual.
Wow.
Getting that DMT ready.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to try all this out more when I get a bit sort of
on the situation, for the Metasabian magazine, I'm going to do a little column on the power of Om and a bit of history of the concept of Om and the whole meaning.
How many meanings has Om got? Is it about 40 or something?
It probably has more than that, because It is the sound.
It's the sound, yeah. It's amazing, yeah.
So
great symbol.
Yes,
I love the symbol.
Yeah.
It's the original vibration that from which everything arises and that into which everything settles.
Yeah, and also the gateway to Nirvana, is it?
Well, I don't know if I'd put it exactly like that, but sure.
Or gateway
as
to
people
God,
as people begin working with the science of sound, which is what the mantra practice is.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll see various effects. I mean, everybody will have their own experiences, and you know whatever it is your system needs addressed is what will be addressed.
Yeah.
Period.
Right. Yeah.
It's just that, you know. That's why these practices have been around for 5,000 years, and they were old when they were written down.
Yeah,
because before then it was just oral practice, wasn't
just
it?
oral, yeah.
Well, before then there was no need to write. Because
But
people understood.
radio, we're getting back to oral practices, though, aren't we?
Yes, because we.
Excuse me, I have to bugger off for a second. I'll be back.
Okay. Take care.
One thing about the science of sound. One thing about the science of sound, you can use it also to help kick off memory. So if you're trying to remember something, just start humming. Ask a question, then hum for a few minutes at a certain sound tone, and relax, and the answer will come up.
Interestingly, people have been saying that about my music. They've been getting memories from listening to the tunes.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, it's definitely true. When you hear a piece of music, it definitely brings you back to a memory that you had when you first heard it, or something associated
with it. Marijuana or without?
Oh, both. Although there's not many times in the day when I don't, so.
Claim it not whilst you're driving.
No.
Oh,
that makes me a better driver.
That's the best time while you're driving.
Absolutely.
It's
I mean, I signal early and look at my mirrors and all when I'm not. I just drive through red lights and stuff. I'm a nightmare. So I need to be calmed down.
I was just putting that disclaimer out for you.
For the CIA, well.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Frak you.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so I got a question here.
Go for it.
Okay, so I live in a place where there's kind of a house in front of ours on the street that we live on, and it's a duplex, and there seems to be some weird frequency being emitted from the house, it seems. I don't know. It sounds around like a 8K tone, and it shifts a couple octaves every now and again. And I thought I was crazy because I was just hearing it myself, but my dad heard it, my brother heard it, my friends have heard it. And if you're in the back of the house, you can hear it like it's coming from the back of the house. If you walk to the front of the house, you can hear it like it's coming from the front of the house. And I have no freaking clue what it is, and it's driving all of us insane.
But did you hear there's a documentary out about how these military and government people are using tones, and they're targeting people in their house, and it was making people go crazy.
Yeah, well, that's microwave. Reto.
Huh?
That's microwaves they're using to do that.
Yeah. I just seen a big documentary on it, and this guy was crying he was a whistleblower, this other guy, and him and his kids, you could see his kids were in pain because the sound was it was driving the kids and the husband and the wife insane. It was making them go insane.
Yeah, have you guys ever heard of Stan Romanek?
No.
He's kind of a UFO abductee kind of case guy, but anyways, he's got quite an interesting. It was at one of these UFONs or something. He did a talk about how after he started talking all about the UFOs following him and being over his house, he thought that maybe the government was watching him,
Right.
And he's got footage of himself in his house, and he's walking around, and all the stereos are off in the house. They're all off, but the speakers are oscillating and making sounds coming out of them. And he talks a little bit about that, about them, bombarding the house to annoy them all and get them all.
Well, apparently they're doing it with smartphones these days as well, because smartphones are on when they're off.
Yeah.
There's little transmitters in them, sort of thing. Just nightmare.
Receivers.
I've just read a book that Psonik gave me, and it's called Secrets and Suppressed. And there's a whole sort of chapter, and it's written by a woman called Anne Keeler. And it's absolutely talking about what we're all talking about now. It's called EMF, effects of electromagnetic fields. And it's all done through, and what they can do is they can actually encode words and phrases and sounds like, screaming and sort of nightmarish, ghoulish things, and actually transmit it straight into your head. And apparently they tested it on Waco, at the Waco stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, I don't know if you guys have heard about the Greenham Common protests in Britain, which was against Trident nuclear missiles being brought here, sort of thing, and it was a kind of feminist, it was all women who did this peace camp, and they were kind of winning the battle, and all of a sudden they erected this tower, or this mast, and within days everybody had gone down with serious illnesses and were physically burnt on their faces, and
Sounds like the active denial system in its early stages.
In its early stages, absolutely.
I gotta say, it is funny to go along with that. There's, I have friends over every now and again, and occasionally one of them will actually say that he, feels this weird agitation when he's in my room. He just feels kind of anxious for some reason, and I feel the same thing. This is one of the reasons I was really interested in getting into Organite, was trying to counteract that. And there's also a bush right out in front of my window, and I don't know if it's funny, you were talking about not crop circles, but UFOs or whatever a minute ago, and the bush in front of my window has the crop circles. When they happen, the stalks bend, but they don't break. Right? They have this kind of to go along with the microwave type energy, and the bush in front of my window has that same kind of thing where some of the branches are growing out, but then they kind of curve at a 90-degree angle, which they don't normally do, and this is only on one side of the bush. It just seems a little odd.
You're being targeted, man.
Yeah, we've got a lilac tree in our garden, and half of it sort of died. Half of the leaves only on one side of the bush just went black. Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah, again, I've this other guy called David Stetzer, and he's got a new talk out on dangers of dirty electricity in EM fields, and he goes into how the way that they're sending power down the power lines is different in the last few years. They used to just send the current down like a river; they just kind of shoot it down the line, but now they're pulsing it down the lines.
All right.
Apparently, it's more efficient for them. But anyways, it causes like feedback loops and stuff, and all the power lines leak electricity, so they ground those power lines through the poles, so that electricity just kind of bleeds off. But now with the way they're pulsing it and the way they've grounded it, it actually in Canada and America, there's a law you can't build a house within 50 feet of a power line. But this guy's saying that now with the way they're pulsing and grounding, that field around the power lines increases up to 150 to 200 feet.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So now everybody, like here in our cities, we're all about 60 feet from the power lines in our houses.
Yeah.
So now he's saying these fields are increased and in size and strength, and it's actually costing us more, and that's why they keep having to raise the prices and stuff.
Yeah, oh my God, the prices just shoot up, don't they?
Yeah, and all the Wi-Fi and stuff, it's crazy, man. It's spooky how much electricity is affecting our bodies,
Absolutely, yeah.
Back on to the frequency coming from that house that research was going on about. I get this thing where when I'm walking past a house or I can I get when the television on is in the house. I get this high pitch.
Oh, you can whine, yeah.
Frequency in my head.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's like I think it's a lot higher than 8K though. It's probably about like 20K, something like that. It's like a
Yeah, no, I was going to say that, I don't know if you remember me saying, the frequency does shift, and it's not like it shifts into random frequencies. You can hear that it's definitely in octaves from where the frequency is.
Yeah.
Like I said, it generally is around 8K, but it sounds like sometimes it shoots up to around 18, nearly 20, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, what you're describing like totally happens like in an adjacent. It sounds like it's coming from an adjacent apartment, because you know I live in an apartment, and like I can't figure out where the hell it's coming from. But can tell it's like coming through the walls and shit, and it starts out at one pitch, and then like shifts octaves like at least 4 times, maybe more. I forget. But it's like really obnoxious and really loud, and I've been wondering what the hell that is for like a while. That's one of the reasons I was interested in Organite. Just a lot of weird stuff has been like happening since I've been into this part. Like everything works. Like it's weird. Like I've never lived somewhere where like the appliances and like everything was just always breaking all the time. Like
you're breaking up now. Is the machine on now? You think?
Yeah. Well, do any of you guys got like an EMF detector? Because I bought one years ago. Because I mainly what I've been doing the last 12 years is working on electric forklifts.
Okay.
And when I started to find out about the damaging effects of magnetic fields, you know, and actually the Russians got pretty strict laws on working around magnetic fields and stuff. But here in America and Canada, of course, they don't really even tell you about it. So I got interested as to, like, my knee and my hip were starting to hurt. And the one hip is right next to the motor, the electric motor for the forklift. So I went and bought out an EMF detector. It was about almost $100, but at the time, you know, I had the money and all that. But I'll tell you, man, you should really either borrow one or see if you can rent one. And just check your house.
I have a buddy who had an app for it on his iPhone. He had like an EMF detecting app. I don't know how accurate it was. But.
Yeah, I would say it isn't really. You'd have to get something a little bit more. Mine's only like a 2-axis or 3-axis, I think. So there's better, but seriously, even a cheap $40 or $50 one, man. And you just walk around your house, and you know all the older stuff. Like I've got a really old alarm clock, and it's just giving off a huge field. You know, so of course you don't want that anywhere near your head, right? But that's basically what I do. Is you just exactly.
That you can get and put behind like you can put one on. There's certain types of magnets that they have where you can put them on. They're called I can't even think what it is. And you put them behind, like on your computer, on your TV, and all that. And it's supposed to change the frequency from something negative to something positive.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah. Well, I use mine mainly just to, you know, like you go in a room, like for instance, I just moved, so when I came into this place, I figured out where my bed was going to be, and I put the EMF detector around where my head would be, and I got no discernible field, so that's good. Whereas at the other end of the room where there's an outlet, I get a discernible field, right? So it's a good thing to have, you know, if you can get one or go to a pawn shop or I don't know.
What do you call it now? Is it a detector?
Yeah, it's like an EMF detector. It's just what ghost hunters use. It's what all the ghost hunters use on all those ghost shows.
All right.
You know, because ghosts are supposed to affect the electromagnetic field as well, right? So
yeah.
So it's twofold. You can look for ghosts, and you can check your house.
Oh, right. Well, I've just got one up on eBay. £25, $50.
Yeah, that's what I paid, and I had to order mine out of the States because here in Canada, you know, I'd have to look all over town, and it was just like, order it, and it's amazing actually. You can drive around with it in your car, and every time you go near a cell phone tower, it goes off the charts, eh?
Well, the advert for this one I'm looking at is called Electrosensor, and it's right by a mast, a mobile phone mast. Amazing.
Yeah, mine's I'll see. I'll just grab it here. My headphone doesn't quite reach, but yeah, I got it. I'll give you the brand name of mine. You know, it's probably one of the better ones. It's digital. It's made by.
That's something to be happy all during the year. This is
Lutron is the maker name. Lutron.
Right.
EMF field tester, and mine is, I think, a 3-axis, so you got to hold it one way, the other way, and the third way, whereas some of the more expensive ones read all 3 axes at once.
Yeah, what's ELF?
EMF.
Yeah, well, this one I'm looking at, it's got 3 things on it. It's electro sensor, ELF, and EMF detector. A milligauss meter?
Yeah, I don't know.
ELF is extra low frequency.
Extra low frequency, okay, right.
Yeah, and it's got 2 settings. Mine checks Gauss and Tesla, which is, you know, one's just a higher version of the other. One's more decimal points, so you can get a lower, you know, reading, and the other one's like, you know, if you're getting 20 or 30, then you put it on your Tesla, because then you can get up to 99 or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
that's what he was saying. It's a diode. You put diodes on your there's certain diodes you put, and you put them on your computer and anywhere that has on your fuse box, and you put it everywhere. And you put these diodes, and they're supposed to change the negative energy that's emitting from them, and supposed to like neutralize them. And also, there's a diode where you put your food on before you cook it or you eat it. Like even cigarettes, you'll put your pack of cigarettes on it, and it's supposed to expel the bad stuff that was in it and make them good. I don't know. Has anybody ever tried one of those?
That's just like the Organite coasters, and you get Organite blankets and Organite pillows.
Yeah.
You know, same idea. I think I've tried quite a few, and I get reactions out of most things. Like I even went out and bought one of these Energy Force bracelets that you see advertised on TV and shit. Because I've actually had it demonstrated to me. Well, it was demonstrated on me, and I had no idea what the guy was even doing. He was just like, yeah, stand there and do this, and I did it, and then he put the bracelet on top of my head, and then he did it again, and I was like, wow, I totally felt that. So
you're talking about the things with the magnets, right?
Well,
on your
more
pressure points.
Yeah, this one here is more like it looks more like holographic chips, but it's called Energy Force. And they've got a website. I think they're like $30 and $6 shipping. They come in all sorts of fancy colors. But I noticed something from it, so I bought one. You know, same with the Organite. I heard about it. I tried it. I got results. So I also wear magnetized bracelets with magnets on the end. You know, so I wear a couple of those. So, like I said, I like to try, you know, everything, and if it it all seems to work.
Yeah, I might have to get myself one of these after Christmas. Yeah, amazing.
I have one.
There's one called a ghost meter, darling.
Yeah, that'd be the same thing. You could use that as an EMF
ghost
detector.
Meter, Pro EMF sensor, paranormal equipment.
That would probably actually be a pretty sensitive one, and that would probably be a good one to get.
Okay, yeah, that one's £5 more, $10 more.
Yeah.
There's one at £100, which is about $200. It looks pretty slick.
Oh yeah, they go right up to 600.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's something to look into. I've used mine. You know, I don't know if some people would say it serves no purpose, but I've used it 100 times. Like I said, I drive around with it to see the parts of the city where I'm getting the worst energy, and of course it's most industrial areas where there's all this equipment and.
It'd be interesting to if you put some Organite in those places and then went back, revisited them to see if the levels had gone down. I remember Frakkin was saying that he made a load of tower busters and then like took them near them, so they were just like in the field.
Yeah, they call that gifting.
Yeah,
they're calling it gifting out there.
Yeah, that's why we made our Organite, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, you paint it camouflage and then you huck it in the grass and stuff. And actually, the I've heard just stories of somebody they've been hunting to find out who's been doing that.
Really? Well,
yeah, the companies find them and they're like, "What the fuck are these things?" You know, because they really, honestly, you know, they could be alien for all they know, finding this resonated thing with all this weird stuff inside it.
Oh man,
it's a bomb.
Yeah. Well, over here they call them holy hand grenades.
Yeah, I've heard that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's made in a cocktail glass. So it's like a conical shape, you know, like a margarita glass or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna endeavour back into orgonite production in the new year.
Yeah, I think we should have a session.
There's the Rock and Gem show at the racecourse.
When's that?
Well, it's every first of the month, every month.
Oh right, cool.
And you can get like crystals. You can for a few bucks you can get a huge big bag of crystals and.
Excellent.
Yeah, the hardest part is finding the shavings. The shavings is the hard part.
I've got a guy who runs a private. Well, he's got a motorbike racing team, and it's abundant. It's absolutely abundant. I thought that was bad stuff, but Jay has assured me that it's good. Because I thought the coolant was going to damage it in some way, but apparently the coolant's organic, so it can be used.
Yeah, and I think the only metal that really won't work very well, from what I've looked around, is aluminum. And again, I refer to a study that I think it was the Chinese did, where they sent the seeds up into outer space, and then they left the seeds up there, and then they came down, and when they germinated those seeds, they grew like 10 times normal than normal seeds would grow. Wow. And they specifically designed spacecraft that were non-aluminum based because they felt that it wouldn't work in an aluminum spacecraft, and they say that's part of the reason why some of the effects that the space would have on us doesn't, is because of the Americans' aluminum that they use and stuff like that. So, so yeah, I think any shaving, titanium, iron, copper.
Well, I've got a load of old guitar strings. I'm going to use them.
Brass would probably be good.
Yeah.
Aluminium's like a byproduct from the chlorine process, isn't it?
No, aluminium's an element.
It is an element, but I think the aluminum we have is actually
maybe
is a hybrid, been altered.
Or was it the fluoride that was like a byproduct? Something like that.
Fluoride's a byproduct of aluminium.
Right, that's it.
Thing,
I've seen aluminum. They turn it into a powder, and then they
crush it off,
and then they do something else. They add something else to it to make it lighter or something. I don't know. I always thought it was not an element, but I recently.
No, that's the Al in the periodic table.
Yeah, I saw that recently too. So.
Did any of you listen to the Veritas Mel Fabregas's show with David Serrada on? I think he's going to be on Freighter's show the middle of next month, and he was talking about like quantum communication devices, and they'd done this. He didn't do this, but he was like recounting someone that had done this experiment where they've got some mustard seeds, attached that to some crystals with some like copper or some sort of metal on there, and then got a telescope and pointed the telescope to a certain star system. I think it might have been the Pleiades or something like that, and the mustard seeds like grew really rapidly.
Wow.
Because there was like some communication between the seed and the star system, and so he's been making these this device with crystals, because the crystals, when they magnify them, they've like found little black hole type things there. Not like a black hole, but like little holes.
Well, within the lattice.
Yeah. And they sort of, well, maybe it is a bit of a black hole, because it's sort of like that's where like no time and space, so it's like acts as a little stargate in a way, because these in crystals there's loads of free electrons going around.
Yeah. Well, they move. The crystal's always growing, isn't it? So it's always moving.
Yeah.
So there's always static within the points of the
Right.
where they join up. Yeah. Have you never seen that footage of the crystals growing?
No, I follow Dave Serrata though. I really like him. He's he's got some mind-blowing stuff going there for sure.
No, that's the first time I was introduced to him, so I'll be able to be listen to a lot more, and I'm very looking forward to him being on Freighter's show.
Yeah. What did you hear the news from CERN then?
Oh yeah, that they think that they've found the Higgs
the Higgs.
Yeah, well, I think there was sort of news about it, but then the scientists are like...
well, there was supposed to be a press conference on Thursday, and I never heard anything about it, and I purposely sort of tuned in to mainstream media to...
It was on Wednesday, I think, either Tuesday or Wednesday morning.
Well, I heard on Sunday morning that they were going to have this press conference this week, sort of thing, which was scheduled for Thursday.
And then they'd done 2 experiments where they'd observed some sort of activity at a specific point around the Hadron Collider.
Right.
Because I think there's 2 different experiments going on, and there's like a big ring, and then a smaller ring that they had before that they made the Hadron Collider.
Before they made the big one, yeah.
And they'd found at the same point around the ring that this anomaly has happened.
Right, wow.
So, they're...
so they haven't busted through a new dimension yet?
Well, probably.
They're just not telling us.
Yeah. When Geneva disappears, that's when we know. Very interesting place, and we happened to go there on a road trip about 5 years ago. It was just as they were building the Hadron Collider. Very, very interesting place. And we just walked in, just wandered around.
Yeah, apparently you can phone. There is a phone number. You can phone up the information line, and they'll tell you what you're allowed to know. Basically.
Yeah.
You just Google CERN and dial 666, and you can get straight through to them.
Yeah.
What you're allowed to know.
Yeah. Well, that's about the size of it, isn't it? Well, they've got a public relations person that speaks to you, sort of thing. A couple of mates of mine did it for a laugh once. And they might as well have read the newspaper sort of thing for all the information they would get.
I'll dig out my photos from there and post them.
Yeah. Snaps from CERN.
Yeah, snaps from CERN. Excellent.
So, any more Space War news? I've seen there's been quite a lot of that. Reset, you've been posting pictures on Space War news, is that right?
Yeah, and Cat, there's been a lot of weird little things going on. Lately there's this thing with this comet that was headed towards the sun.
Wow.
Yeah, and I uploaded a little documentary there on the Documentarist. It's 2 parts about comets, not what we expect, and I think everybody should check that one out because this guy's research shows basically that comets and meteorites are the same frickin' thing, and comets are not made out of ice, and they're not made out of what they tell us. So it's really interesting stuff. Everybody should check that out because it really makes you question what the hell they are if they're not meteorites.
Well, I was watching a thing on YouTube with NASA, like they did a press conference, and some guy rang them up, asking them about Nibiru.
Nibiru, yeah.
And they were sort of skirting around the subject, but they were saying that they'd observed this new thing. It was theoretical, but they've now observed some brown dwarfs from the wide-angled infrared spectrometer.
Bloody hell.
So they sort of said, we know that the brown dwarfs are there, but don't be concerned because they're far away.
So what, Reset, what's the name of that comet?
Lovejoy was the name of it.
Lovejoy. Great name. Great name. And is it? Go ahead.
I was just going to say with the video clip of it, if you look at it, there's obviously a little bit of the video that's missing. I mean, there's no real good explanation for as to why it's missing, but there is a little segment of it before it's shot around the sun that got cut out for whatever reason.
And there was also that clip of Mercury, and there was some sort of cloaked ship. They were saying.
Yeah. I was going to mention that one too. There's a solar flare that was leaving the area of the sun, heading past Mercury, and as it gets just before Mercury, I mean, you can see the flare kind of wafting there, and all of a sudden there's this weird object that just kind of appears once the flare hits it. It just kind of fades into the shot.
Deep close.
I think the scientists were saying that was the photo of, or the image of Mercury the day before or something like that.
Yeah,
and,
someone just happened to not shift the image that one day or something. I mean, I don't know how much sense that makes.
Yeah, and it's a real-time video, so how could it have happened?
Is this from Soho?
Yeah. Well, I think, is it from Soho? It must be from Soho, with its, like, looking for...
I mean, the one that you posted a couple of weeks ago, Reset, was just mad. The one with the big glob that came off it.
Mm-hmm. Of the sun?
The sun, yeah. It was just this big bit that came off it. It was like, my God.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna take off. I gotta deal with some reality, I guess, now here. So.
Well, okay, Darren. Well, good to speak to you, man. Have a good holiday season.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, my friend.
All right, peace out.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Cheers, Darren. Anyone up for it's not much time for a smoke break, is there?
There's a little one.
Are you going to play that one Christmas tune?
Christmas tune, yeah. The one, what? This one. That was,
what was that?
That was Bob Dylan.
Well, what were they singing? It was it Earth to Santa? Was it Love to Santa?
There Must Be Santa.
Must Be Santa, okay.
Yeah, Bob Dylan Must Be Santa.
Yeah, Bob Dylan Must Be Santa, and he talks about Bush and Clinton, and it's...
Oh, I couldn't hear. It was so... I couldn't hear anything they were saying.
Yeah.
Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast. I'll go on YouTube.
Yeah.
And look at it there. It's quite a laugh. But reset. Where's the clip you were on about? Sorry.
Oh, the 12 Days of Christmas.
12 Days of Christmas.
Bob and Doug is what it starts out the title as.
Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug, yeah. Okay.
So, are you all geared up for Christmas? Have you all got all the presents?
Did Steve tell you that, perchance?
All right,
Steve.
What's up, gang?
What's up?
Steve the Sang Guy. Hi.
Yeah, tired as hell being on the computer all day at a job and on the phone all day. It wears the hell out of you.
What?
Great show with Santos.
Yeah, really good show with Santos. Excellent work, man.
Hey, I was going to ask Santos if you might want to do a show on Saturday, 5 p.m. That would be 10 p.m. for you guys, Sonic.
Excellent. What, tomorrow?
I don't... Well, not this Saturday, because, maybe the next time. I've got to ask him first, though, if that's good with him, maybe.
Okay, right, found it, Reset, you ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Good days.
Excellent stuff, Reset.
What a fantastic tune!
I didn't hear any what that guy was saying. I had my head in I couldn't hear anything. I was making up my own words.
You'll catch in the podcast.
It was like a theme song from. I had a religious experience with that song.
You're welcome, Carol.
My ears catch up every time they'd say beer, and so I just zoned out on that and thought about beer.
You gotta send me that MP3. I'm gonna turn that into my theme song. I like that.
I kept hearing that they were saying 5 packs of Magnums, but he said that's not what they were saying.
5 gold tubes, isn't it?
Yeah, 5 gold tubes.
Toque.
Five golden tubes.
A toque is a stocking cap.
And it was 4 pounds of back bacon, which is ham.
How many packs of cigarettes?
7.
8 comic
And a
books.
beer.
Yeah, and a beer.
That's a good theme song.
Yeah, excellent.
Such a Santa.
I'm gonna make beer now.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a beer.
I just said 8 grams of pot.
You don't know what grams are over in the States, though.
It's kind of
Grams are.
Well, we'd rather
That's how
have
we make
kilos.
beer, too.
We'd rather have kilos.
Yeah.
I thought you guys had pounds and ounces and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We do, but it's grams and ounce. It goes. We measure it in grams until we get up to an ounce. Then it's ounces and pounds.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't know why they do it that way.
28 grams and an ounce, yeah.
Beats the hell out of me.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's all measurement, isn't it?
And then you go ounce. 9 bar.
9 bar, yeah. Well, that's a quarter pound, isn't it?
Yeah.
We only use the metric system when it suits us.
Yeah.
Why don't you send some over and I'll measure it and let you know?
Yeah, okay.
Well, we use sort of both, though, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
What I don't understand is stone. What a stone?
Stone's, 14 pounds.
Yeah.
14 pounds is a stone.
Yeah, right, yeah, okay. But, so is that the grams as well, then?
No, well, grams is all metric, isn't it? It's all tens and thousands and hundreds.
Right.
Like, 100 grams is 1,000 grams is a kilo.
Yeah.
And 1,000 kilos is a tonne. Spelled T-O-N-N-E.
So there's 14 pounds in a stone, and is it 16 pounds? 16 ounces in a pound.
16 ounces, not the 12.
It's about 12 pounds. 12 ounces.
12, yeah, it's 12. Yeah, it's 12, you're right. Yeah.
On the 12 system, yeah, that's the...
very hermetic.
Old Sumerian,
Mm-hmm.
isn't it?
Well, it's Egyptian, isn't it?
Or Sumerian.
Oh, Sumerian thingy, yeah.
Before that, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, it's very odd, the old metrics and imperial.
Anyway, great tune there. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, yeah.
Great holiday message.
Who is Bob and Doug McKenzie then? Are they like a comedy duo or?
Yeah, they used to be on a show called SCTV back in the day. I think it was back in the 80s. They also had a movie called Strange Brew they put out, which is a pretty good one.
Strange Brew?
Strange Brew, yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
Excellent.
All about the Great White North.
Yep.
Beauty, eh?
Well, Canadians then.
Yeah. Can you not tell by the accent?
I could, yeah. Now you mention it, yeah. So I guess Steve's gone now, is he? Steve the second guy is gone?
Is he?
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he's on the switchboard.
No, he's on ours.
Oh, he's on yours. Okay.
Yeah, I ended up connecting Retta and Steve through my connection to the BTR feed because they couldn't figure it out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little slow. Just a little bit.
No, you're just fine, hon.
So anyway, Retta, are you going to
do your
show soon?
Yes, we need to because I came all the way back on that Monday, but it was a big mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
I came back Monday, and I'm emailing Sonic, like, what time? He's like, well, you didn't get... I said, I thought it was already, well, whenever. I'm home. It's not like I have a job.
Okay. We'll sort that out then in the next few... So, anytime next week,
Well, Carolyn, she didn't give her opinion and she said she has her own opinion. What we were talking about earlier in regards to, like, David Wilcox and Ben.
Okay.
Well,
hi, Carolyn.
I'm like Sonic, I don't want to disrespect these guys, I've communicated with Benjamin. I've never really communicated with Wilcox, and I know Carrie before. She's actually pretty cool. I actually liked her when she was more hooked up with the other guy, but I know she still works very hard, and she's got her own show, and that's cool. Benjamin, a lot of people don't know, you know, his dad and grandpa, he was really tied into that skull and bone stuff, you know.
Oh, Ben, yeah, I think Ben I really resonate with Ben. I think what he's saying is pretty true.
Well,
David, on the other hand, I don't know.
Well, the thing about Benjamin that I'm worried about is that if you look at him since Fukushima, there's been some couple of times, like, you get some of the live videos, they get a couple of times from in a bar having a cup of coffee or something. And, I mean, he's shaking so much, I'm worried something's wrong with him. I don't know if he's getting some sort of Parkinson's or he's got the DTs.
He's lost loads of weight.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's, you know, almost looks, he was shaking so much, it almost looked like he had DTs or, you know, he was hurting for some meth or coke or something. You know, and those kind of guys are so vulnerable to people to tempt them with shit. And I know he really believes that White Dragon stuff because, you know, his one buddy got killed when he went back to Russia, and I actually knew people that knew him when he was in Russia and got killed in Moscow. So, I mean, he really trusts these people, but I don't believe in any of this secret society crap. So whether it's skull and bone dragon, purple dragons, pink and purple dragons, I don't like any secret society. And I don't have any...
You're breaking up real bad, Caroline.
We can't even hear you, Caroline.
The world. And I...
Oh. Caroline,
Okay. Did that help at all?
That's better.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can get closer here. But I was going to say, when I used to communicate with Benjamin, and I haven't communicated with him in a couple of weeks, but, you know, he...
Can we get him on the show, please?
And we can ask. He's kind of getting real paranoid. That's what makes me worried that... I don't know if he's using coke or somebody's slipping him coke, because he just seems so... I mean, if you ever look at him, he looks like he's got the shakes like he's got Parkinson's. You know, and it's just like with Charlie Sheen, I really do think somebody, you know, put something in his coke that he had a combination acid meth coke deal. That's why he kind of went off on his weirdo trip. You know, because sometimes they'll try to mess you up. And Benjamin was so tied through his dad and grandpa with the skull, you know, the skull and bones type people, because, you know, his dad and grandpa were really into this, basically part of this. They were really, and, you know, he's really brilliant. You know, he went to Brazil on the languages by himself, jumped with the tribes, but he went to Japan. Christ, he fluent most Japanese, so he had been learned most
you're breaking up again,
kind of a street Japanese. God,
Charlie, you are broken up.
Now, I mean,
Caroline, hang up. Caroline. Caroline, can you hang up? We'll call you back, yeah?
Caroline's on a roll.
I had an opinion if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, go for it.
My take on all this kind of stuff is, like, whether it's White Dragon, like, setting everything straight and saving us from our corrupt leaders, or the Pleiadians coming and saving us from ourselves, or whoever, is, like, yeah, that's cool if that happens, you know, but is from where I'm sitting, it all just looks like speculation, and so I see that giving people, like, the opportunity to just sit back and say, okay, you know, White Dragon's taking care of it, or okay, the Pleiadians are gonna take care of it.
I back up?
Yeah, we can
hang
hear
on a
you.
second.
Oh, okay.
When,
now
you know,
there's
real grassroots solutions that are, like, really simple. You just got to start thinking about things a little bit differently and start doing things a little bit differently, and, you know, problem solved, you know, once people start getting on board instead of just, you know, sitting back and waiting for someone else to fix everything.
Once human creativity ceases to be regulated, we can do all kinds of stuff. Look at just the little crew we put together and how many great ideas are amongst a few people.
Yeah, absolutely.
World. Come on.
And the amazing thing is that two well, 3,500 people have been listening to these shows, and that's like more. That's like 3.5 times more people that are on Friends of Freeman. So it's like, how the fuck do they know about this? Probably through Caroline's like Facebook. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. You are, and you're all welcome to participate in this, because that is the whole thing. Everybody is. This is for everybody. Yeah.
Hey, Caroline, you there?
And I put it out on Facebook every time, and supposedly I've got 5,000 friends there, and Facebook told me I've got like 25,000 people hitting my page every day at least, so that helps a little bit. And I mentioned it on Popeye's show on, what was it, I don't know, Wednesday night or whenever I was on there. So he gave you guys a plug, and I made sure that he knew that, man, you and Fichek and Steve, you guys do, kick ass getting this all together, seriously.
Well, it's nothing, it just all happens. We've got wonderful people like yourself and Swami and Herb Guy, and
it's really nice that there's like a very close network here in Brighton that's made this happen, really.
Well, look at the amazing people. You guys, Fichek gets, Kevin, and she gets Judy on. I mean, this is just, and where else can you get on that anybody can call in and talk to Judy or can talk to Kevin, and you can't do that on 99.
Oh, no. Yeah, really, that doesn't happen at all. I mean, you look at, you were a producer for Mel Fabregas, so, I mean, we, the folk, don't get the opportunity to just casually interact with people.
Don't get me started on Mel. Yeah, that's all right. But back to Benjamin. Benjamin's actually a very good guy. I think Wilcox, I don't know him at all. I think he's clearly tied his star to Benjamin. I just think they're using Benjamin at the moment. I mean, I really don't have any confidence in the White Dragons or the Rapture coming, or to be honest with you, I don't have any confidence in ETs coming down and fixing things either. I just think people have to do it themselves.
And nobody's coming down to save us. And if they do come down to save us, we all need to run the other way.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think I think they do that to distract people and divert them anyway, because it's like...
Somebody don't want Carolyn to speak because they keep cutting her off.
Yeah, I mean, if things worked out that way, that'd be great. But I just don't think it's productive to sit around and wait for somebody else to do it.
Yeah, absolutely, Herb Guy.
Right. Yeah, because we're the only ones that can save us. Why if there may well be some dudes in a little spacecraft, just like watching this shit go down. But what obligation have they got to fucking come and save us? They're just here for the show, really.
Yeah.
And we could very well just be like a little experiment for them, to see what happens when they do, put some domesticated primates on the planet. You know what I mean? See how mad they get. See if they get it. See if they get the universe is one.
We'd be lucky if they would be like Vulcans. We're probably going to get Ferengi or Klingons, or we'll probably get the Borg to show up.
Or like Cardassians. Or
yeah, Cylons, right? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you say the Kardashians? They're already here.
Yeah, the Kardashians, they're already here. Yeah.
Save us, Kim Kardashian. With your giant butt.
Hey, we had fun today with
that little bit on YouTube and put up when she got famous. I don't know how that.
Don't get wrong, I'm not ranking on big butts. I mean, it's a thing. I'm just saying.
We're gonna have to get.
Sorry.
We're gonna have to get Santos back in if we're gonna have the sex talks again. He was getting into that. What was it?
Yeah.
Monday?
Have you been to heaven lately, Caroline?
Which one?
Have you been to heaven?
I was watching some movies earlier.
I was just commenting on what Santos was saying.
Well, Nick understands my joke. I sent him what I was watching.
Yeah. Yes, I loved your little your rainbow trees.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was waiting for somebody to catch on to that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of
Christmas trees.
Yeah, I had a bunch of cool pictures, a bunch of funny stuff on my page. Nobody else understood the real joke but Nick.
Well, yeah, they probably don't understand that the rainbow connection with the gay community. Do they?
Right down.
Yeah. Because it's also like if you go to other places, they have the peace and the rainbow as well, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because us gays, we're all about the peace.
Why not? If you guys want to see some funny trees, there's some great shots on my Facebook page. I got some of that, and there's some funny. I'm gonna have to add that 12 beers at Christmas to it though.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff over there today. Everybody was in a light mood. I was in a crazy mood, so everything was light. Because yesterday I was posting pictures of green Antarctica and had people accusing me of being CIA and being in favor of give me a hand job, Gore's global warming, and a lot of crazy people yesterday. And I couldn't wait for people to freak out over the gay Christmas tree.
Yeah, and I loved your comment when you put on because trees sway both ways.
Yeah, that kind of freaked out old poor. Her name's Rita too, but it's not the Rita on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you shook her up a little bit, but that's okay. Then I was communicating with the gal at the Venezuelan embassy to get a recipe I was looking for, and I used to know the one gal who's a lawyer for Chavez. So now they'll be now instead of being CIA, they'll be telling me everybody I'm a communist. So I like to piss off everybody every once in a while.
Well, Chavez is a communist, isn't he, as well?
Well, they consider him leftist.
Well, he's
a
a
liberal.
socialist liberal, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's gonna. They gave
get his country back, isn't he? For the people.
Yeah.
No?
Well, yeah.
They gave him cancer, so he's a goner anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they triggered him good and proper, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm sure they gave him that cancer. They wanted to get rid of him. We got so many bases now in Colombia. It's a joke. We built about 12 of them in the last year.
I know. Well, South America.
I'd like to bring something up real quick.
Okay.
Go on, Schwam, yeah.
I know that there are more than we who are gathered here who are going to hear this, and for those who are looking into things, I would like to add to your searches the information from Admiral Byrd on Antarctica.
Oh yeah.
Admiral Byrd.
Yeah. He's the one that went to the inner Earth.
Inner Earth, yeah, the hollow Earth, yeah, man.
I made a photo album. Yes, very synchronicity there, Swami, because I made a photo album about Swaziland yesterday. So it's next to my green Antarctica. There's a photo album about Swaziland that the Nazis built and Bird's thing. And then there's also for the right-wingers, there's a whole thing about the submarines breaking through the North Pole. So if anybody wants to. So it kind of covers everybody. There's something there for there's something there for the Nazis. There's something there for the right-wingers. There's something there for the liberals. So there's something there for the penguins. It's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I just thought, the Byrd information is huge. I mean, this guy was, he was as he was as well to do as possible, and yet he comes out and says, "Wow, I met this person and he told me this stuff and I saw these things and he wasn't by himself," and so it's really good things, I think, for people to think about.
I thought you meant when Admiral Byrd went to the Antarctic.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
He wasn't by himself.
He went into the Earth.
He went into the middle of the Earth, yeah.
But that was in the Arctic. when he went to the Arctic, when he saw the hole in the North Pole. When he went to the Antarctic, they sent him to take care of Swaziland because there were still Nazi bases down there. That was in 1948, and they killed
forgive
him
me.
after that.
I could have been incorrect. I could have been
No,
incorrect.
you were right. Bird went up north.
I know
and
he went
said-
somewhere and came back and talked about it, and he got shut up, and
Well, they
and what he had to say, I don't think has been spread wide enough. That's all.
his stuff up north, they came back and said that he was oxygen deprived, so they tried to shut him up, but they kept him in Admiral. And then in 1948, they sent him with 11 ships to the Antarctic, and now the war was supposedly over. They sent him with 15,000 Marines, 11 ships, and they were supposed to stay for 18 months, and they came back for within 5 months, and the ships all went to New Zealand and had to be repaired, so they had some sort of battle. And he came back and said that the next war will be fought from ships that'll fly from pole to pole without stopping. And he was in Denver coming to appear before Congress to tell them what he saw, and they said he supposedly committed suicide, but it was one of those, where they suicided him. So he never did get to say everything he saw in the Antarctic, and they just made fun of him for what he said in the Arctic, because back then there was no film.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you watched the Red Ice thing with Dean Dominic DeLuca, is it? DeLucia.
It was from December the 4th. It's Holloworth in the Piranhas
and Polar Expeditions.
Yeah, so that sort of that's going into the same sort of subject.
It mentions Bud.
Interestingly, Rudolf Hess was in charge of the Nazi Antarctic expedition. So maybe that's another reason why they kept him in Spandau for so long.
Yeah,
because he knew too much.
I mean, that one that he talks about, he just talks about these fields of pollen, and you're absolutely knee-deep in it because things grow so abundantly in the Hollow Earth, and there's a copper moon, a copper sun rather.
Oh.
Do you hear that bit?
Yeah.
It's just amazing. It's got this radiation that makes things grow lots taller and quicker. Like the average height of a human down there is 7 foot or 8 foot. Well, they're just giants, aren't they? They're just gigantic people.
Yeah, which would corroborate the the guy who he's got all those anomalous objects from South America, and they found like giants there, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think they may be bigger than like 8, 9 foot. I think they're like
12, 13 foot. Yeah. Yeah, good heads up there, Swami. Nice one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, see, the biggest secret of all is that you are God.
Yeah.
Not
I keep telling people that.
God.
You don't believe me.
You are all of it. You always have been. You just haven't seen it from that direction yet. So you need someone to poke your nose to the inside and make you mantra a little bit, and then these things reveal themselves.
Yeah.
But as long as you're doing what the powers that were want you to do, which is focusing outward, you'll never notice it. And that is the craziest secret of it all.
Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah. We're all
and
God.
It's not a deal once you find out either. It's just very natural and it's okay. And that's that.
Yeah, I was telling one of my work colleagues the other day about the idea or the reality of us all being one consciousness, just experiencing from a very different, just a slightly different frequency range, which gives us all a different perspective on things. And so, and that shift in the frequency sort of gives the appearance that we're separate, and gives the appearance that we're separate from what we're perceiving on the outside, when in reality the inside and outside are one as well.
Yep. No
With the-
difference at all. I guarantee, I can tell you from my own personal experience, there comes a point where the inside and the outside, there's no difference. It's the same damn thing. There's just one thing here, and I've been it all this time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a similar experience, my friend. It's like we experience the point that appears to separate the inner and outer, and when that point disappears is when you realise that it's all the same. Yeah.
And all humans share this same destiny to know that.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else to go.
Absolutely.
Well, I'd even extend that to all things.
I'm sorry.
I'd extend that to all things, as not just only humans, because the atoms that make us right now have been a lot of other things in the past. So every atom is enlightened. Isn't it really?
Every molecule, yeah. For sure. So, like, we've got,
we've got 1 minute. Sorry, Swami.
Oh, wow.
Minute and a half. I just want to do a quick shout out to everyone. Should read Monty's blog called The Magical Mystery Tour on the Friends of Freeman. Give it a look because it's really entertaining. There's lots of stuff in there.
And there's some amazing pictures of their travels.
Yep, in little films. Have you seen the great big crystal ball?
No,
Freeman's picture now is absolutely amazing.
Is that a video?
Yeah.
Oh, remind everybody to listen to Frater's show Saturday. He did a new show about MIBs with Redford on Monday. He's replaying it Saturday, and he'll have the chat room open, and he and Mater will both be there. Everybody just chills out and parties on the chat room.
Yeah, so that is that 10 p.m. Eastern?
I can't remember if it's 9 or 10. Yeah, I guess it would be 10 Eastern, 9 Central, yeah.
Yeah. I caught the
show starts at 10 Central, 11 Eastern.
Yeah, Dude basically just sent us a picture.
Because Freeman's on 8 to 10 and then Frater's on 10.
So, Freeman's got a show this weekend then? Excellent.
I could tell you.
Excellent, thank you.
You're going to be in Dublin.
For the live stream, we are going, so happy holidays to everybody in Type 1 world. Peace and prosperity to all.
Amen.
Now we're relaxed, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Om Namah Shivaya!
Om
We're on
Namah Shivaya.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Om Namah
That made me feel special, like sliding down the rope.
Yeah. My cats all perked up their ears. And hook my cats up, though. Now the one's licking his. Well, we won't go there.
He's going home then.
Yeah.
Hey, when I come across the pond, I need to crash on one of you guys' couch.
Hey, man, yeah, absolutely.
Because next year I'm gonna end up going all over the place, initiating people and doing the enlightenment.
Yeah, man.
So when I get there, I only want to cross the pond to be able to hang out with you guys.
Excellent. Cool. Well, you're more than welcome, my brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Swami. You are 100% welcome. I've got a few friends who'd like to say hello to you as well.
Yes.
Because they saw you right away on Friends of Freakman and went, wow, there's a Swami on there. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I believe I'm still the only Swami involved, so.
And you're the only one that we need, my brother.
Yeah, well.
One of a kind.
Well, others are welcome, of course.
Yeah.
Don't let... The more Swamis, the better, I say.
Yeah. Well, eventually we'll all be Swamis.
We'll all be Swamis, yeah. We'll all be...
There you go. See? There won't even be a... See, my whole gig is to make myself obsolete. In the lives of every human I work with.
Yeah.
So they then know they're all of it, with no questions and no doubts, and then they can just play it out perfectly.
Yeah, definitely. I said that about my job. I work with like sort of vulnerable adults and people with mental health problems and learning disabilities, and that's exactly what I say. I say my job is to make myself redundant in that way, so they can live independently.
Yep.
Excellent.
That it? No.
Okay.
I used to do the same thing. I used to work with, I used to manage homes for developmentally disabled adults.
Under my ass. Oh, no wonder you get along with all of us so well.
Did you say you were in the Air Force as well, Kwame, over here?
Yeah, back in the 80s.
Okay. Where were you stationed?
I was at RAF Altenbury.
Huh?
Why ain't you ask your father?
How is my dad is in charge? And I'm just right here. I thought it would be easier.
I thought I had the thing on mute. Turn off the light, show me. What is that conference?
Rector.
Yeah, I thought I had myself on mute. I was sitting there fussing with my son. I thought I put myself on mute, and I looked back, and it's not.
Okay, well... Go ahead, Swami. Where were you stationed?
I was at RAF Altenbury.
Altenbury?
Cambridgeshire.
Yeah, Cambridge, yeah. Well, so you know your way around the UK then?
I got around a little bit. I didn't get to see as much as I would have liked, but I had some neat experiences. Matter of fact, at the base I was at, we launched the Recon aircraft that went and took pictures of Libya.
Okay.
The first time that Gaddafi was struck by NATO forces.
Yeah, that was in 85, 86.
And I personally took one of the Recon aircraft out because I was a fuel truck driver and I hit the airplane. Oops.
Cool.
My name's the Pentagon.
Wow.
Things went very poorly for me in the military after that.
Do you know any other US bases in the UK?
Been to, Woodbridge?
Woodbridge, yeah.
That's the only other base I've at.
Because I was, the town I grew up in Scotland had a submarine base in it, a US submarine base in it.
What was the name of it?
Holyloch.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a major one, eh? If it did all kick off, we were the first to go.
Yeah,
shit, they used to send sort of all the rednecks and all the sort of black guys from the projects there, sort of thing, and it was just, the town was full of just lunatics. It was hilarious. Quite a nice place to grow up.
Wow. That had to be a trip.
The Ronald Reagan shut it down, and the town just became a ghost town after that. So.
What, they just have U.S. subs, and they didn't have the UK subs there?
No, just US.
Oh. That's wild.
There was like a dry dock there where they used to repair them.
Yeah.
And there was only meant to be one at a time, but they used to see about 4 or 5 of them just sort of like sitting there.
Yeah, you were definitely on a few lists.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Public still are.
Oh yeah. I'm probably getting on a few more these days.
Yeah.
Well, the lounge, is on a bunch of lists. You guys are dead.
Yeah, no thanks to you, Caroline.
Cheers for that one, mate.
We'll be calling from the FEMA camp soon enough.
Yeah.
When I stack out on your couch, that ought to be interesting. Bring the EMF meter then, huh?
Yeah.
Frak, hey.
People.
Hey, it's never a dull moment though, We had a guy on my page yesterday that had to be disinfected because I put something up about 9/11, and the guy started freaking out saying how he was in New York and he saw both airplanes hit both towers, and I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to play games, so I just wrote back to him real quick, and I said, okay, now tell me what part of the street were you on? Where were you when you saw plane number 1? Because nobody else was looking up, nobody knew it was coming, so where the hell were you? And then he tried to say he was on some street, and I said, where were you at for the second plane? And he had to come up with another street, and I said, well, there's no way you'd have made it from point A to point B in that amount of time, and the next thing you know, he jumped off my page. Everybody was laughing their ass off. They said, yeah, they don't like it when you start asking them questions. I said, well, he's going to say he saw plane number 1. I said, most people weren't looking up because nobody was supposed to be expecting it, so it's like, so it was...
I heard something, and then bam.
Yeah.
I've never heard one person make the statement, I saw plane 1.
Yeah.
Well, George Bush did. Remember, he said he watched TV.
Yeah, but he's dumb as fuck, so he probably thought he
probably saw fairies.
When he was in that schoolroom, when they gave him the nod that it was happening, he had the book upside down, I think.
Yep.
My Pet Goat.
Yeah, he had My Pet Goat.
Yeah, but doesn't it then that makes sense? It'd be a goat, it'd be upside down, so he had an upside down star and a goat, so he probably did have his little satanic Bible in his hand, and he probably got done with probably just polished off a bottle of wild turkey. That's his favorite. He used to down wild turkey and goat.
Was that what he was on in his pretzel incident?
Yeah, that's what they say. The Secret Service says he was drunk and skunk and he was back to doing his coke days because Darth Cheney was in charge anyway.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, that's a scary bastard. He was just on TV again today, and I sat there and I posted a thing and I said, isn't this the same dick that said that Iraq was going to pay for itself?
Yeah.
Henry Kissinger was on the Newsnight yesterday.
Was he?
Yeah.
Because he's still alive.
Yeah.
Well, he must be eating babies by the bucketful, eh?
Bloody Christ.
Have you guys seen the Donald Rumsfeld video that I put up in the documentarianist group?
What of him not denying that he's a reptile?
Yeah.
No.
I think I've seen that one before. Yeah, it's quite.
Have you ever seen the speech in Scarface when he goes on about being a bad guy? Look out, there's a bad guy. Have you ever seen that clip with Donald Rumsfeld with that cut into it? That's brilliant.
No.
It's he's overdubbed it sort of thing. It's just him talking to the UN or something. It just syncs up amazingly. Anyway, Caroline, over here in the news, they basically announced today that Fukushima has been brought under control.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I don't believe it. Shit, it was back at fissioning, so I doubt it. I mean, unless,
how did they manage that?
Yeah, there's no way. It was back to fissioning, and well, number 4, it actually, the walls just collapsed on 4. I had the live pictures of that up the other day. What's left of the walls around reactor 4 collapsed, and that's the one that had so many of the warheads in it. I wouldn't be surprised if that sucker ain't fissioning like crazy. They gotta have people dropping like flies working there. It's gotta make Chernobyl look like nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you know, it's a gal we should bring on. She goes around Chernobyl on her motorcycle. Her father's a chemist at University of Kiev, and she's crazy. She's only like 20, 21, and real brilliant kid. She jumps on her motorcycle and goes through the dead zone taking pictures.
Scary.
But I mean, no, it's weird. There's all kinds of shit alive. I mean, you know, things don't die automatically. You know what I mean? It's not at a lethal level, but you know, she's got this little, you know, thing on her to see how much she's getting at any given time, and everything. The bike, she's doomed. I mean, Jesus, the bike gives out and she has to spend the night. She's going to be dead.
Yeah.
But she zips through on her little bike, man, and she's got a blog about it. I've written to her a couple times, and you know, she's a trip. We ought to bring her on. I don't know how good her English is though, but what the hell? Can't be any worse than your guys. Frakkin, eh?
So, Herb guy.
Yeah.
You we had a little chat this week, sort of thing. How did you get on with those? Did you get those templates I sent you?
Yeah, I changed one of the points around a little bit, and I went and served everybody. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, we've got.
I mean, they weren't going to get paid anyway, so I figured I might as well give that a try.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to dip your toes in and sort of see what can happen.
Yeah.
So me and a couple others are going to a big meeting tomorrow. That's like a seminar on Freeman on trust law and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in the coming week. What are you going to do when you move out? Then you'll probably be going offline. Then we won't be able to talk to you for a while, will we?
I don't know. I'm kind of at the mercy of. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to call into our internet cafe and send us all messages and updates of where you are. And
yeah, hopefully you'll meet up with Brett.
Yeah, you're going to go and meet up with Brett and get a job and live somewhere cool. Sounds great, doesn't it?
You're going to be coming to the sanctuary, I hope. Hopefully that's not going to take too much longer. I'm working on it. I just haven't said much because I'm trying to keep my coach from letting county be aware of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really have any plans, but I'm excited. It's you know, it's going to be an adventure.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't share my outlook, but she'll catch on.
Yeah, don't worry, man. Synchronistic, something will come up.
You leave her behind or what?
What's that?
You're not leaving your wife behind, are you?
No. We decided that we were going to get out of this get out of this apartment when the lease ran out, so that we could go somewhere and save up our money. So that when spring or summer rolls around, we'll actually have money to like build one of those super adobe houses and actually have like some plumbing and electricity and whatnot. And she thought that her grandparents or her mom wouldn't, you know, let her take off, wouldn't just let her move across the country, and you know, they'd put us up, but that wasn't the case. So now we don't know where the hell we're going. And yeah, she wasn't really ready for that, so she's a little upset.
Right. Oh well. Send our love to her, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So when are you moving out at the end of the month?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. A little less than 2 weeks. Haven't really even done any packing yet. It's getting kind of ridiculous.
Oh dear.
So you haven't got your tree up then?
No tree this year. But it'll work out.
Guy.
What's up, Steve?
Guy, fine guy, man. I got Gene Nestor to sign up in that 1 million email broadcast. He's putting in 25.
Cool, sounds good.
So we only got like $85 to go for 1 million emails. Anybody else want to get in with a link to their website?
No, I don't have a website.
Well, it doesn't matter if you have a website or not. You can still donate.
Yeah, I don't have a website either, but I'm throwing in $25. Maybe I'll think of something to link to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you need to get a site for your organise.
Yeah, man.
You and Herb guys should.
That's why I keep saying I need some organize. I don't know how to make it.
Well, I don't know. I don't have my own bank account, and I guess you need to have a bank account to have PayPal set up. My dad has an eBay account that he's sold stuff on. He said I could use his eBay account. That's about the most promising thing I have come up with lately.
Yeah, but
cool.
you still have
to sell Organite on eBay, yeah.
Yeah, but you've got to pay a dumb commission to eBay for that.
Yeah, that's one of the things. I'd like to be able to do it and get around that somehow, but I'm not sure there's any. Like, I don't know. It'd be cool if there was some way on the the Friendship Agenda site if we could like do the art store or something, or have like a store where we could just sell to each other or something.
I don't know what. I've never actually gone in that art store. What is it?
I think it's like paintings and stuff or something.
Yeah, but how do you buy stuff? Or how do you? Is it through PayPal or something?
I don't know. I haven't. It's time, I guess.
I'm on it now and I'm looking at it. Yeah, it just looks like a. Yeah, there's Freeman stuff's on there.
Oh yeah, this is Artopium or whatever. Yeah.
I
don't know.
That, and I couldn't. Let me.
Look at thunder.
Reset.
What's up?
Hey, if your dad's letting you use his eBay account, you should already have a PayPal account also, because I think you need to have a PayPal account for that. And you can log into that PayPal account and create buttons for items that you want to be on your website too. And that's what I did. I just have like a picture and a description of like everything I sell, and then an add to cart button or a buy now button or something. I forgot how I did it, but it's pretty easy.
Okay, because I mean, I do have my own. As I say, I do have my own PayPal account. It's just like I said, I don't have my own bank account. So you do need a bank account to be able to sell stuff through PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
but you could use your dad's though, and it'd be the same thing. You just have to, keep track.
Charge you though for using PayPal, though, don't you? If you actually sell something.
Through PayPal, or
they'll go
Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, you got to give some of it to Elon Musk.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, I think anything you do though with a website, you're going to be paying a cut to a merchant website that's handling the transaction. Because I tried going that route, and some girl I knew a girl who does web design, so I was going to try to get her to help me out. She wanted like $1,000, so it's like, yeah, F that, PayPal.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe we just should start like Brandon's involved observers like gift pool of the Friends of Freeman.
Oh, to get some more money. Yeah,
just have it like a little section where everybody's got their own little thing that they make or devise, and then people just send each other the stuff. Yeah.
I don't know how you make money doing that.
Well, no, it's not about making money though, is it? His idea. It's about
Brandon's pool. Yeah.
It's about accessing the pool, isn't it?
Right. Have you made some more Organite then, Reset?
No, it's been a little while. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about the cold weather because the temperature kind of comes into play when you're making it. And I don't know. I haven't made it outside in the cold yet.
Right.
That's why I'm glad I'm in South Florida.
I contemplate doing it in my room, but I have to set up some sort of nice ventilation system for that.
Yeah, you can't use a resin in your room, can you? Bloody hell.
Probably not the best idea.
Is it nice and warm in Florida then, Steve?
I did it in my bathroom. I just turned the fart fan on.
You turned the fart on?
the fart fan.
I will never get that in a soft fan again.
Anyone to be
Hello.
So are you selling much soap then, Herb guy?
I wouldn't say much, but enough that it helps.
Okay, cool.
Hey, when we send out those 1 million emails, you'll get some business, brother.
So you could if you do make more organite, you could incorporate that into like the new moon soap and organite.
Right. You can make.
Yeah, I planned on selling some eventually. I've just been preoccupied with other stuff, so I haven't really made any more batches of organite yet.
Like trying to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And beating off the man who's at your door as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, earlier we were talking about magnetism and stuff, and we kind of got into organite a little bit. Talking to Jay, he had said, I kind of mentioned putting magnets in the organite, and he said that would definitely increase the range of it. But he also said that you'd want to take 2 rare earth magnets and glue them together in opposing force.
Yep.
Whatever, because it would put more. There'd be not more stress, more magnetism.
Yeah, well, create a torus.
Yeah, the torsion field, right. So that's something that I'm seriously considering is going out and just buying a bunch of little magnets, gluing them together, and throwing some of those into the organite from now on too.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Anybody ever buy any organite from Sherry Shriner?
No.
Prater
has though, hasn't he? Yeah, he bought the one that he showed Gene in that.
Oh, the one with the coil.
The one with the coil in it. Yeah, he bought that from her.
Right. Okay.
Have you, Steve?
Yeah, I actually bought some from Sherry Shriner, but then I was listening to that lady Peggy who does reverse speech. Guys I can't remember her last name. She was on the Sherry Shriner show. But I bought some organite, and that lady Peggy said, if it's an evil spirit, you'll feel this tingling on the back of your neck, and the evil spirit's like feeding on you,
Nice.
But I bought some organite from Sherry Shriner, and I had that feeling, and I heard that lady talking about that, and I said, man, I must have got some organite that's attracting them instead of detracting them.
Yeah. How unfortunate.
Yeah, you know why? Because I think the coil's got to be wound a certain way. If it's not, then it's the opposite, the way you wind the coil or something.
Yeah, you mean the direction or the actual way you do it?
No, the direction, because this was back in 2007, so I don't remember it too good. But yeah, it was something about the way it's supposed to be round as far as the direction. I can't remember if it was supposed to be clockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah, I think me and Jay had talked about this one time, and he had said counterclockwise was the way to go.
Yeah.
Because if you go clockwise, it turns into a weapon.
The thing was, when I went to the website that Sherry Shriner gave a link to, it was opposite, and I said, well, I threw it away because I thought I was attracting evil entities, because I felt something in my neck, like I don't want nobody feeding on my spirit, I don't know. But if you make some reset, I'll get some from you.
Yeah, let's work something out there.
Once we get these 1 million emails out, maybe we can make some money,
Yeah, I know Brett was also talking about with his Occupy the Rabbit Hole site. So about, talking about it on there, too. Is Brett still on? Or is he gone?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're not Brett?
Oh, I think the Brett.
Almost. You don't have a site called Occupy the Rabbit Hole.
No, I don't. It's not that rabbit hole. Oh.
Okay, Carolyn?
Sorry, just ran.
Yeah, we went there.
Just had a mental image. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I'll have to send you something, Rita. I'm sending you something. You're going to like this. This is from my buddy from Supernatural. I'll send it to the guys, too.
Supernatural.
No, we should be on the same thing. I got to go to 3 different pages to send this around.
Have you, Steve, have you watched Phone Shop yet? Oh.
Phone Shop?
Phone Shop. That's well.
Everybody's trying to blow that picture up, Rita.
I have an Apple computer, so I can make it as big.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You got the little horsey picture there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's the Angel Castell on the show in Supernatural. He'll tweet with you too. He's crazy, man. I got a party with this guy. I swear to God. He's an animal. He's cool.
Let's get him on the show.
Yeah, you know what? He probably would. I never thought about that. Shit, that's not a bad idea. I'll send you guys some other funny ones. This one I've got. This is going to be in honor of Freighter's show. Put this up there. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay, you guys got that one. I'll go over here. I don't know who's trying to get everybody. I don't know who's still on. I'm just going to the live ones I've got sitting here.
Yeah, if we're going to keep doing it this way, it almost might make sense for us to all get into the chat in the Friends of Freeman page so we can all be on the same page. Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, everybody sees that one, so you got to watch what you're putting there, you know?
Do what?
Well, I mean, you know, depends on you want everybody to see your chats. Here's a good one.
We'll go in the chat room.
Well, I don't think...
It's more,
I was just going to say, if people aren't in the chat room now, I don't think it's I don't think it broadcasted the 2-hour mark and kind of clear out after that.
I'm still here.
Oh, are you?
There's 4 people in there.
There's 4 people in the chat room, yeah.
So that's
Blue green.
well, who's on Skype? Swami, are you on Skype still?
No.
Yeah.
Not the show.
Well, I've called in through my Skype. Yes.
Okay, but your
But
Skype,
I called
you're just
BTR.
invisible? Are you
No,
just
I called-
invisible on Skype?
No, he's called into the show page. So
Oh,
The way
okay,
people are supposed to do? Yeah.
yeah, like you're supposed to do.
I used to do that. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the way
Now,
it's designed.
you got a couple of them in there. You got to go to the other stuff in the album. I got some crazy albums.
I like the one with the reindeer.
Yeah, is that the one with Rudolph? You know, now they don't make fun of him anymore, do they? Yeah, the Men in Black reindeer are in honor of his Men in Black show on Saturday.
The black reindeer. Good.
I gotta get. Let's see. We got all adults here, so I can use some of these. That's what I mean about the chat. You don't know who's gonna see here. Of course, these are all in my Facebook thing, so I'm surprised Facebook still lets me on. I've only had one thing ever get refused, and that was somebody didn't like the political one that I had. We had an elephant with a swastika and a donkey with a hammer and sickle, and my question was, what's the difference? And somebody actually reported it, so Facebook took it off. I couldn't believe it. Like, fuck you.
Hey, Carolyn, I got somebody put something on my Facebook the other day about people putting porn on other people's Facebooks where they can't see it themselves, and it looks like you put it up. Do you know anything about that?
No, you got to watch. That's actually a virus that goes around, and it just grabs somebody off of your name and just goes around. Don't ever anything that says like that says it looks like you're in this porn. Don't open it up. It's a virus. Oh wait a minute! I don't want to send that to you guys. I want to send that to Rita. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one to the guys. All right, here wait. This one's for you, Rita. Wait a minute. And we should keep these separate. Rita and I are...
How come you can't just call into the? Skype in it. I don't understand how to do it now.
On Skype, you go to the page that's got the little emblem for the show, and there's a little bitty apps in blue. You go there and you hit that, and it'll Skype you in.
You know, I used to have, when I was hosting my show on BTR, I used to have so much trouble because I would click that little Skype thing, and then all of a sudden, now this is when I was calling into other shows, but then all of a sudden my computer would just start opening window after window after window, and so I had to just, take and transcribe the number for the program into my Skype myself, and then it never did that again. But I mean, that happened to me several times, and I don't know what it is that causes that, but I'm pretty sure it's not designed to work that way.
Wow. Why don't you get your own show with on the Type 1 Lounge, Swami? With us?
I'm real interested in it, but because of all the technical difficulties we've endured, I don't really. I'm hesitant at this point.
Swami, I just passed your picture around.
You did?
Did you guys open that yet?
Well, yeah.
I'm close, aren't I?
Well, sort of.
Oh, yeah. Seen that a bunch of times.
Yeah, that explains a lot, really.
Now is it the picture with me in the brown or in the white?
The picture of you breaking all the...
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. See, that was another night to me. That's back when I used to break stuff with my head and thought it was a good idea.
Last thing I sent around will freak everybody out. Where do you see this building they're building in Korea? Really, it's true too. Really. Swami, I can't send it to you, can I? Well, you're on my Facebook page. You can go to the photo albums, right? Hey guys, cut it out over there. No fussing. Come on.
Is that the cat?
Yeah, girls, be ladies. There are dogs looking for homes. Come on.
Looks like a load of crystals.
Yeah. They look like
what you guys seen? The reason I was asking about that was the picture where I'm wearing brown, where I'm standing doing namaste, with the hands in front of the heart and stuff. In that picture, it was taken with a very cheap camera. I can't afford any sort of effects, but in that photo, you can see the biophotonic light field around my body.
Cool.
Wow.
Did you say around your butt?
That was cute. Yeah, I thought you like that.
But if it's not pointed out to you, you wouldn't notice. But if you look at it,
oh crap! That was today.
There's a circle of light around the guy. That's weird.
Hey Rita, this is what I'm gonna get one of these. I'm gonna send this to you. Where do you see this? I wanna get one of these. I just think this would be weird, wouldn't it? If you open this at the wrong night.
This is terrible radio.
Yep.
It's good for a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well...
And we've got another 20 minutes left, folks, so hang in there.
We'll describe to you what we're seeing.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot there's other people out there.
Okay.
Right, so that's a golden handshake, yeah?
Okay, there's a golden hand, like a brass.
This I'm going to send to you guys, because this is one of my favorites. I love this. I'm going to send you. Come here.
So, it's the Type 1 Photoshop.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, my God.
Today doesn't even feel like Friday. Oh my God, it feels like it's a Tuesday.
It feels like a Saturday to me.
It feels like on Saturday, you said?
Yeah.
No, it feels like the week just started.
I'm glad it's Saturday or Friday though, man. I tell you.
Well, it's nearly Saturday now.
It's new. Yeah, we're over here in the UK. We've got 20 minutes to go, and then it'll be Saturday.
Oh, that's right. Shit, yeah.
So what time you got there? 5 o'clock?
Yeah, 5:36. The hotel's having a party for their workers. I'll probably go down there and try to catch some booze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gate crashed.
Yeah, I figure I'll wait till it starts at 6. I'll go there about 6:30 and try to get a drink out of the deal.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Get some food maybe as well, yeah.
Right. Heck, what they've been making off of me for all the time I've been here, at least they can do. They probably owe me by the time I've been here so long. Shit. I'm actually going to make money, though, when I finally leave. I've got some people that want me to write something for an RV magazine and a hotel magazine about my stay in.
You should have written a book by now.
You know, I swear this could be a Stephen King sitcom novel. I really mean. Hey, did I send you that picture of Misha? I want to make sure Rita got the picture of Misha. Did I send you the one, Misha, where he's it's pants should be an issue for him?
I don't know.
You'd know. Oh. Well, yeah, you guys might enjoy that one, too. Come on. I think about that. Yeah, okay. I said, where am I at here? I'm looking for a specific funny one to send you guys.
Specifically funny.
Oh, this is the good one. Oh, Rita, you're going
Swami, let's do some chanting.
Yeah.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. It's like purring.
Yeah, it's like purring, yeah.
I love curling.
That's quite, I'm quite energized. I've got my feet off the ground and yeah.
You're not levitating yet, are you?
No,
That'll freak you out when it happens the first time.
yeah, I'll bet.
Sure will.
It's just like, I remember the first time I went into the breathless state, when breath just stops. It's no longer necessary because the body hits a point of balance where it's just not necessary. But I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I go, I forgot to breathe.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you get there and you start breathing.
Wow.
But these are all very natural things that occur to meditate.
Yeah.
The levitation thing really does happen. I mean, it's not something that you work towards, because if you do, you're a punk. You're doing the wrong thing. You want a power of some sort that means nothing. So, but when it occurs on its own, it only shows that you've reached a certain point in your process. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to a lot of people. And sometimes, you know, what I see happening now is so different. Because once upon a time, it took so many years of dedicated effort to make any progress. And now, I mean, it's all just coming so natural and easy.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. And that's
that's the quickening.
That's the quickening and the alignment's changing, yeah.
Yeah, it's the galactic energy thing. I mean, the entire vibrational frequency of matter is increasing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
That's about new potentials within everybody.
Mm.
And if people will just sit down, shut the fuck up for a while, and be quiet, sit, be still, and then things can be shown to you. If you're just running after those sense objects and the nonsense and the noise, you never get to the truth.
Yeah.
Because you look in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Look to where it all comes from, the stillness inside. Seek first the kingdom of heaven within, and all things shall be added unto you. Not a lie.
And then once you've seen that, the stillness, you recognise the stillness all the time, and it's like a little background.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And yeah.
It's the place where you are safe.
Yeah, yeah. And then you don't take life too seriously. Because you know that's there, and this is just all just a big
just a ride.
Just a big dream going on.
Just a ride.
Hey, did you guys hear that Art Bell's studio blew up last night?
No.
I didn't even know Art Bell was doing anything with his house blew up.
He's well, they say it was a fire extinguisher, but
Is that like coast to coast?
Yeah.
Well, he used
he's
to
the one
be.
who started.
He's trying to set up another new show because he's back in the United States. He's back in Pahrump, and I used to write some stuff for him, and he contacted me. So don't tell everybody that. Well, we're on the podcast.
Podcast, mate.
Okay. Well, he was. Never mind.
Don't tell anybody.
Well, Frakkin. Let's just say the fire extinguisher supposedly blew up in his house, and it blew up his like $50,000 radio station in his house. Hopefully everybody's okay. My last question to him was I was curious about his cats, because he's got a bunch of them, but...
He didn't get divorced, did he?
Huh?
He didn't get divorced, did he?
No, I mean, it was inside. It was. He's got a fantastic studio.
No, yeah, no. Well, yeah, he's the one who. I mean, I was totally impressed with the concept. I mean, I was a radio personality at the time, and the concept of being able to sit and do my show in my underwear if I wanted to.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm wearing now. Fucking A. What, you got clothes on? I thought we were supposed to do this in the nude.
Yeah.
Not that type of party, Carol.
No, and that's why I pasted something over my video camera. I wasn't dumb. I played it.
Is that why you got to focus on?
That's right. My whole life's a blur. I can't help it. That's the best.
Need some glasses.
I think I talked
the blur you were in when that photo was taken manifested itself. Huh?
That's a picture of a picture. That's my passport, believe it or not.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I didn't have any other picture. I don't take pictures of me. I get bored. Who wants a picture of themselves? Yeah, I know what I look like. At least last time I looked, you know.
When I joined the military and got basic training, they told me I had to go get glasses. And I was like, I've never worn glasses. But I was so hungover when I took my physical that my vision had been affected somehow. And I didn't fail the vision test, but it just showed that I needed corrective lenses. But it wasn't addressed until after I got to basic training. And they said, yeah, you need to go down and get your glasses. And I'm like, I've never worn glasses. I'm not going to start today. And then I figured, I was so drunk when I took my physical.
You got on the bus for basic training hungover too, huh?
Oh, it's the law.
You too, Herb guy, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have to get glasses?
I already had glasses.
Well, beer glasses.
I'll drink that.
What did you do in the military there, then, Herb guy?
Decontaminating radiation and biological shit.
He's gonna be handy at the sanctuary.
It's pretty simple. All you do is use a tool to detect radiation, and you spray shit with a hose.
Okay. So the thing is going.
Yep.
Shit helps keep down on the radiation.
Or you can do
spray some soap on your shit.
You can do what some regulatory agencies have been doing, and when you hit the maximum level, you just increase that. And say, oh, no, we have new maximum level. Oh!
You can have this much now.
Yeah.
This much is safe.
But Fukushima stopped, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're all safe.
Probably just
Wait,
isn't it?
Probably just
So those people in the inner earth are going to be mighty pissed when that comes through their ceiling.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. It's getting a little late over here in the UK.
Yeah, what is it already? No, it's after, what is it, close to midnight or what?
10-2.
10-2, yeah.
So there's like,
oh, yeah.
He's got 9 minutes left on the podcast.
We're going to hang on for another 10 minutes, so...
And you guys are tough. You guys
I forgot that we're still recording. Oh,
yeah?
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, we noticed.
So what you'll have to do now, Karen, is you'll have to post all those pictures, like on the Friends of Freeman.
God, you are. Jesus God.
So they know what the fuck we're talking about.
You'll have to review the audio so you can then gather the stuff. so there's your evening right there.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's Friday night sorted out for you there, Karen?
Oh, good Lord.
After you've gone to the
hotel,
party, yeah.
It's a hotel. I got to make some money. I'm going to be busy tonight. Make some change, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's a hell of a wedding dress, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh my God. They must be
That'll wake you.
That must be glued onto her.
Oh, here, I'll send the thing I got from
Is there anybody here who has any reason why these two should not be wed? Yeah.
He gets his head in between there, he's going to get knocked out.
Oh, it's two different girls, yeah.
Well, yeah, two different girls. What, they got the same dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's pretty popular, you know.
The first one's got like a glass on her. No, great.
You got to really be able to, stand up for yourself to wear that outfit.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah. Now you know why my page is so popular. Here's the one. I'll have to show you the one I put up about remembering telling everybody at Thanksgiving to put on their seatbelt. This got a lot of minutes if I can find it. Oh, no, that's not it. Almost poked my eye out that one. Oh, there's Top Bum. If you guys haven't seen, I showed you guys Top Bum. I showed that one. I love that movie.
Top Bum. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that one. That cracks me up every time. I get hot watching that. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it works.
I didn't get it. It looked like Top Gun to me.
Yeah.
Like I kept waiting for a punchline, and it was just Top Gun.
How old are you? I'll explain it later.
I guess I missed something.
Well, it was like a play on it, though. I mean, it was like all clips and stuff from Top Gun, but it was made to look like they were some gay volleyball team or something.
Yeah, they were the gay volleyball team. Have a look at it that way.
I guess I just entirely missed the point of Top Gun then, because I thought that's what it was already.
No, you saw the point originally.
That volleyball scene, I could watch that volleyball scene over and over again. That was cool. No problem there.
There's a pop star over here called Will Young, and he recreated that.
He recreated it, didn't he?
One of his things. He actually lives here in Brighton.
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a gamer.
He is. He won the original X Factor pop stars thing. Pop Idol, yeah.
And then got to sing for the Queen on New Year's Eve, on Millennium New Year's Eve.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was it that long though? Was it really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Oh my God.
So, you know, that's later. He's kept his career going.
He's the only one that has, yeah. But he was already in the Brit school, wasn't he?
Ah, right, yeah.
The last one will make your eyes go bad. I gotta warn you.
What is it?
That was the one where you gotta find all the pussycats.
Can't see any pussycats.
It's not big enough.
I don't see any pussycats either.
They're in there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
in there.
There's one. Yeah.
Where you see them?
I got
the
the
thing.
thing. Okay. All right, now who did I miss this one? I gotta remember who I'm sending what to now. I just sent everybody those time clocks. They're handy.
I can't see any.
Apart
from that one.
Yeah.
That one there?
Oh, wait, I should send you the
Too
progress.
too small, Colin.
Oh, well, you'll just have to blow it up.
Just blow them up.
What you have one of those little,
That is
micro,
a picture that we're talking about.
micro glass. What not micro glass? What do you call those? Like, with the circular thing with the handle where you look. What do you call the one you hold in your hand?
Oh, a magnifying glass.
Magnifying. Yeah, help me out. The mad cow's sitting in. I haven't even had a beer yet, God.
You know? Really?
That's my problem. I'm getting the DTs.
Really?
Yeah, it's the DTs. What can I say? Oh, I like this. I'm going to send this. This takes a lot of chutzpah. I'm going to send it.
Risa, I like the upside, or the...
the opposite map.
Yeah, I was just going to make that comment to Carolyn, seeing the latest thing she put up there with the maps there. Have you seen the upside down world map, Carolyn?
Yeah. Yep, that's on my page, too. I got that in there.
What's that? What did I miss?
I'll
That's
send it to you.
basically
Hang
just
on.
an upside down world map where everything's labeled properly, though the map is upside down. Basically, south is up.
It's like Australian map, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, I'll get that. I got that
I
one
like
right.
going on Google Earth and rotating the globe so the landmass, the whole of the landmass is from top to bottom. So the poles are at the side.
How do you do that?
Huh?
How do you do that?
When you download the program Google Earth, it gives you it as a globe, not like on Google Maps.
Yeah, mine went haywire when I tried to download that.
It's funny you mentioned that because one of the things that made me think of it was, that picture that everyone knows real well of the Earth, that blue marble photo.
Yeah.
I mean, it was originally it wasn't originally set up to look like North was on top. They had to rotate the picture from the way it was originally taken to give it that look. You know, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like just moving the map around, and you sort of you get a different perspective on. You move the map around, so England looks like it was at the side of Europe. Yeah, so where Europe is, like France is on the left-hand side, and then
we're here,
Britain's on,
I know Herb Guy was saying, just wear that on a T-shirt and see how many people notice it.
Yeah.
Something like that, or like just just put it on a flashcard or something, and just kind of flash it to your average Americans or whomever. Really, I mean, would they even be able to identify it as their home planet?
Yeah.
We sort of look like Japan, don't we?
Yeah, we look like Japan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Crazy. Good one though. You ever had a Peter's projection?
Peter's projection, where it gives all the proper sizes.
The proper sizes, yeah, and we are absolutely tiny.
And Africa is huge. And so, I think on the maps, they don't give the proper perspective of Antarctica. Because Antarctica is like, that's the biggest continent, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Even Russia.
Well, Russia's part of Eurasia.
Yeah, Russia's part of Euro, yeah.
So, that's the biggest landmass, but not the biggest sort of. Well, it's like an island, I suppose, isn't it? Antarctica. 23 seconds. So everybody say laters.
Yeah.
To the show.
See you later, Swami.
Laters to the show.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Send beer.
Can